Alrighty, as much as I like this chill music, and I really do, this track has a nice vibe to it. I almost don't want to interrupt it. Man, I'm like so far down. I need to adjust this camera. What's going on here? All right. Okay. Yeah, a good relaxing music, nice and soothing. But it's time to get started. First off, it's time to adjust this camera. What am I doing here? I need to be more professional. That's too low. There we go. We got to get the tiger. There. That's good. Alrighty. So I had a doctor visit today. It was a stress test where they put you on a treadmill and see how long you could walk for with a steep incline and all that. Results were embarrassing. Very embarrassing. Which is, to make it even more embarrassing, guess what? And if you know anything about me, you know I have something that you call yellow fever, right? Guess what the tech was? A little Korean woman. A little Korean woman that was fun to talk to, fun to interact with, and it was great. It was great. She was laughing all over, constantly. And she was hooking me up with all these cords and stuff. Before that, she had to shave my chest, and we referenced to the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin, and it was great stuff. But then I try to keep going. I try to push harder on the stress test because it's like, man, I don't want to disappoint this this chick. Not that it matters. I'm married, so it's just in my head. In my head, I thought of the irony of it, and I was like, okay. It was kind of like that level of like self-awareness of like what's happening here, and I'm just like, okay, well, yeah, the irony of this, and all this doesn't matter, whatever. But only 9 minutes. 9 minutes. I don't know if that's good or bad. They haven't really broken down the results yet. I'm sure it's not good. And what they were doing is trying to see like stressing with my heart rate and stuff. And yeah, I was good because the pace that they were going at, the reason why it was 9 minutes is because the pace that they started going was really a running pace. But they're like, we want you to walk. I'm like, walk? I'm like, man, this is more like a jog. I was like, I can't walk to this. I need a jog to this. If you go any faster, I might have to start running. But they're like, walk. We want you to walk. I was like, I can't walk. Yeah. I think we're done. I can't walk that fast. Anyway. So a little revealing there, but I've been very revealing about my medical stuff. I believe in transparency. Okay, 100%. I'm gonna post all my vitals and stuff. Can we get some likes for being honest? For being, I gotta make up for my past. I'm just being honest, just telling you guys what's going on here. Okay. All right. We're going to start with Tony O, man. There's a reason why we're visiting this black dude who eats a lot of food. Every video is him eating food and drinking something alcoholic. But this one's a little bit weird because he's actually drinking something non-alcoholic, just pear juice, which is weird. Why are we talking about this? Why are we talking about this man? Well, Tony Yo, man, actually he finds out that there's not a single animal. The animals in this neighborhood do not want to eat his scraps, especially Long John Silver's. There's not a bird, there's not a cat, there's not an animal in the neighborhood that is willing to eat Long John Silver's leftover hush puppies and fries. If you ever had Long John Silver's, which I love Long John Silver's, okay, I could go down on their fish anytime, anywhere. Well, hold on, it needs to be fresh. If I'm going to eat that crap, it needs to be fresh. But the hush puppies and the fries, even when they're fresh, it's like what is this garbage? I don't want it. So imagine it refrigerated for like a day or two and then eaten as leftovers. You can't go any further than no one wants it. Like that is absolute zero. There's no negative in that. Okay? You know, but here Tony O'Man finds it out. I mean, we're going to speed this up also. There we go.
What's up with it? Watch this video.
Oh, and here's the thing, Snell. I like real hush puppies. Every now and then when you go to a fish place, they might have like legit hush puppies fresh. Well, they're probably not fresh. In this day and age, I think a lot of these restaurants are really just microwaving, giving the illusion of a chef there. I know because my brother-in-law is actually the head chef at a what's that little place? A little place of romance there. Olive Garden used to be a place of romance, right? You dress up nice, go there. Now you can go there with torn up jeans and a shirt covered in paint. I know that from experience, and they treat you like they treat you like they want to wash your balls. It used to be you go in like that, they'll kick you out because you look like you're poor. Okay? But now, like, my brother-in-law is like a head chef over there, and it's pretty much General Electric, honestly. Okay? Snell said she made hush puppies, and I bet they were super delicious. Like, the best hush puppies ever. That is until my wife makes them. And then those would be the best ever. Because no other woman could cook better than my wife. Okay. That's too dumb to simp. That is dumb. All right, let's move on. Let's play this.
To the end, y'all. Check out what I got today, man.
Check out what I got today, man. Little Caesars pizza and a 100% juice pear juice.
I got a pepperoni Little Caesars pizza with 2 motherfucking peppers on the side, baby. Yeah, baby.
2 motherfucking peppers on the side, baby.
Don't they look good? That's what I'm talking about, y'all.
It actually does not look good.
What's this shit, man? A 64 fluid ounce of pear juice. 100% motherfucking pear juice. Man,
why? Normally this guy is drinking like a big thing of beer or some sort of like malt beverage. But today he chose pear juice. Health issues or something? Ben can get UTIs too. I don't know if you know that or not.
I saw this in the store.
Well, I think you'd be drinking cranberry juice or something. I don't know.
I have never tried pear juice, man. And shit, I haven't. I ain't never tried pear juice, man. And this, I had to get it. I had to buy this shit, man. So I'm going to try this for the first time. But you know, I'm going to mix it with some whiskey, man. You know, I got to taste.
Well, you're going to mix pear juice with whiskey? What? Why? I would just say drink the whiskey straight, or maybe put some water in it. You know, take the edge off, whatever. Depending on what we're talking about here. Sometimes I do like Jack and Coke. Jack and Coke is great, but pear juice and Coke. Would you guys do pear juice and Coke?
I gotta see what it tastes like with that motherfucking whiskey, man. So yeah, y'all, man. Before I get with it, let me say the grace.
Heavenly Father, please bless us so that we don't have a heart attack eating this pizza.
Yeah, man. Oh, shit.
I hope that's what he prayed for. This man.
Let me give me a piece of pizza first. I'm hungry, motherfucker, boy. Shit, nigga, man, shit.
It does not even look good. None of that looks good. I will say this zero carb diet, it is definitely getting me to see how bad like these other foods look and stuff. Okay. If I was going to have a cheat day with pizza, with my diet, it would have to be like a high quality local pizza. You know, it'd have to be that.
I got a little piece of pepperoni pizza. They're hot and ready. You go in there, I already had that shit ready for you when you go in there.
Oh, you guys are mentioning Wayne in the chat? Wayne? That is a name I have not heard in a long time. That's that schizo guy who's always like crazy, right?
I try to get the other pieces, man. But I ain't feel like waiting. So, I got the pepperoni shit. Because they already had them motherfuckers made up, man.
Well, of course, hot and ready. Go grab one, man.
I guess they say number one.
Except my local Little Caesars. They can't figure it out, man. They can't even get the hot and ready going. Dude, I don't know if I told that story here or somewhere else. I ordered Little Caesars once here in this the small town I live in. And, dude, I swear, like, they were so incompetent. I never had it where a DoorDash delivery, because when you order delivery, it's DoorDash, actually asked for me to cancel the order because it was taking too long, for them to prep it. And then I was like, I can't cancel it. DoorDash doesn't actually it's not giving me that option right now. And I was looking. I honestly was looking. I was looking. But then, like, what happened then? Okay, so then another DoorDash guy comes in there and waits an additional 30 minutes for a pizza. 30 minutes for a pizza. And then I guess there's a way. I mean, there is a way for the delivery driver, for the DoorDash driver, to cancel the order. I've done that before because there was a period of my life where I was doing DoorDash, and just so happened I got a flat tire on that delivery. So I learned real fast that one, DoorDash is bullshit, and also that you can cancel an order. Yeah. Anyway, so he's lucky that he has a Little Caesars that's actually competent. I don't know. Anyway.
People, man.
All right, we're gonna speed this up. We're gonna speed this up a bit.
I do love a good pizza, boy.
I bet you do. But Little Caesars good? I mean,
I'm talking to prejudice, man. Shit. Oh, yeah, shit.
Where's your whiskey at?
I'm gonna taste this pear juice. That motherfucker right there. Ooh.
Okay, so he has whiskey in that cup. And I believe him, based on his eyes and the way he talks.
Put it right there. See what it tastes like. Shit. It tastes like fucking apple juice, really. Shit tastes like apple juice. It don't even taste like pearls, man. Shit, I thought, man, I could just bought fucking apple juice and shit, nigga.
And he's putting lemon? All right.
Maybe lemon juice will bring the pearls out, man.
Okay.
Man, I ain't want no fucking apple juice, nigga. Shit.
Liquid Thunder.
Yeah, it tastes like fucking apple juice, man.
Tastes like fucking apple juice,
It
man.
to me. It might taste different to you, but it tastes like fucking apples to me, man.
Tastes like apples to me. All right, in a little bit, he'll talk about no one.
Whatever the case may be, we're gonna mix it with some motherfucking whiskey, baby.
What whiskey brand is that? Windsor. I've never heard of that brand. That looked like a bottle of Hennessy at first. That looks like bottom shelf whiskey. If I ever seen one. Like that. That's why he mixes with pear juice.
Oh shit.
Like when it comes in a plastic bottle like that, you know it's cheap, man.
Oh shit, boy. That's what I'm talking about, man. Put some more pear juice in there, man. I put a lot of whiskey in that motherfucker.
All right, man. Gotta get that liquid thunder.
That's good, y'all. Oh, shit. I forgot. I got one shout out tonight, y'all.
Oh, we forgot the shout out.
This one. I want to give a shout out to T.
T. All right, shout out to T.
It'll be her birthday soon, man. So I'm
happy birthday, T.
I'm saying happy birthday in advance, man. I appreciate you, T, for watching me. I really, really do, man. I love you for it. Keep on watching me. And once again, Happy birthday. Thank you so much, T. Yeah, man. So now I'm just waiting.
Shout out to Hurricane Pyro, the PDL, the Snell. I love you guys. Yeah. And this is hard. This is most of it.
Oh, man.
And him just eating the food. But eventually he'll get into a story.
I got an email today. Well, it was last night.
Oh, he talks about this first. That's right.
Yeah, I really don't want to say nothing about it, man. Because I didn't know that much about it, man. You know, I saw a little glimpse of it on the news and YouTube and shit, man. I mean, something.
Remember the Coldplay couple? I don't know if we would call them a couple. I mean, they're not. Well, they themselves might be a couple still. They might as well. I'm sure both of them are getting divorced.
It interests me and some things don't. And this is one thing that really didn't interest me. So I didn't think nothing of it, man. But I know a lot of people talking about it, man. So I kind of checked it out a little bit after I got the email. Y'all heard about that CEO? Got caught at that concert.
Yeah, the CEO.
And they were both married and shit. And
that happened last week.
They looked him. They looked whatever that shit was, man. And he tried to hide and duck and shit.
But he got informed about it via email. Like someone emailed this guy. Hey guys, you guys need to email me things you want me to talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be funny.
Bullshit. And that shit was against company policy. So he quitting, resigning or whatever. Now, I don't know, man. But his wife know and her husband know. They got kids and shit. I'm just saying, man.
I like the idea. So I'll give you guys my email address.
Man. And knowing they got some kind of camera right there, knowing they could get caught on that camera and get this shit anyway. But I'm gonna tell you what really fucked him up, man. If that would have been me, in that position.
Wait, Tony, oh man, why would you be in that position? Why would you cheat on your girlfriend, your wife? She's right there in the room. His wife is in the room with him. Like I guess the living room is very close to the kitchen, and they can just holler back and forth. That's kind of what it sounds like.
Camera would have focused on me. I would have ducked and hide him. You see, man, he brought attention to himself when he done that shit. He gonna run.
Oh, is that what happened? They made it seem very suspicious. They should have just been like acting like everything was cool. Yeah.
Duck and hide, man.
Okay.
Once he did that shit, everybody want to know why the fuck he do that shit, man.
Right. He should have just played it up like he was giving that girl the Heimlich maneuver. Yeah. Just tell that story. I'd be like, you're choking, bitch. You're choking. You know? Yeah.
That with me, I would just stood there with it in my arm and just waved, and they would have went on to somebody else. See, if he would have just done that, he could have kept his job. He could have talked his way out that bullshit, man. He could have gave up all.
Well, really, the best choice would have been them to not have an affair. Okay? You know, you play with fire, you're gonna get burned. That's just karma, dude. Like, honestly. Don't have an affair, guys. Don't do that. Okay? Strongly disavow that. Don't have that side piece. Don't do that. It always catches up to you, and you almost destroy everything. Or sometimes you do destroy everything.
What kind of explanation the reason why that woman was in his arms like that, man? About him in her ducking and hiding? They just let everybody know that he was in the wrong. He was cheating. They let the company know. His wife know and his kids.
Well, I think just the image right there of them, you know, he was holding her from behind, you know, it kind of looked like they were, you know, handsy. Now, had they quickly reacted like it was a Heimlich maneuver or something, then maybe that's the only way I could see him getting out of it, and then explain, she was choking, and I didn't want her to die there, you know. That's, you know, I don't want that to happen.
And her husband, by them doing that bullshit, man, it raised open the eyebrows, man. If he would have just stood there and just would have waved,
Yeah.
That shit wouldn't even been about shit, man. They would have been on to the next person, man. And if his job would have said something, if his wife
Do you think Tony Old Man is onto something, chat?
said something about her husband, they could have talked their way out that shit. The reason why she wasn't in his arms.
And don't worry, Thorpes are next. This is just a little appetizer right here. Man, you already gone through like half of the pizza, right? Oh, he's on the third slice. Want to be factual.
But they gave it.
Well, BDL, that's a long... Hey, Snell only cutting the black man in half, being half of a person, is actually a lot better than how like America used to do it. So really, it's progress for Snell. Because I don't know if you know this or not, but Snell is a hardcore racist. Like she is like ride or die with the Aryan race. Like she only loves Hitler and has a shrine for him and worships him just about every night. Okay? Get Ben Thorp on again. In due time. In due time, John.
Fuck that bullshit, man.
And when that happens, the pitch would be, let's talk about our highlights of being a father. Like the highlights, like of the times we spent with our kids. Yeah.
I feel about it, man.
We're going to get into something in a little bit. I don't want to derail too much, but it would be cool, I guess. Get John on.
Shit, that's some good shit, man.
Yeah, we could possibly do that. Hold on, let me just test the Let me test the Discord. 1 second. Audio test. Checking. Check. 3, 2, 1. Okay. I think it's okay. All right, John, I'm going to send you a link. And I'm also going to give you member status, too, so that way you can join me in this one particular VC. Because I don't need everyone just getting in there, okay? Oh, you're not going on? Okay. If you did, I was going to ask you about what you know about the Jacinda thing. That's what I was going to ask you about. If you know anything about it, that's great. If not, I understand. Oh, well, I understand that, John. I understand that. Ask who? Oh, ask John about the Jacinda situation. I don't know if he would know anything. No, it's all right. If he doesn't want to, that's fine. Oh, you really don't know more than what was said publicly? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, and then the divorce latest, what you could say about that? To get your perspective about that would be fair. Just whatever you're allowed to talk about, of course. No, we heard from Ben and Grace, obviously. It's great that they think Grok is like the best attorney. All right, now he's going to get into the Long John Silver stuff in a little bit here. I previewed this while I was on my neighborhood walk.
Oh, man. He's getting kind of...
See, that cough right there, is nature's way of letting you know, man, dude, your body's not doing too good with all this pizza, man. It's not doing good. That dude, because that's not a smoker's cough. That is dude, that is stop eating this crap.
Man, I want some really good pizza, man. I want some really, really good ass pizza, man. You know what I'm saying, man?
Really? That's really good ass pizza? The bar is kind of low, man. I mean, I'll eat Little Caesars if I'm drunk.
They have Italian place around here.
But it's kind of a bullshit
pizza. They got
pizza.
Italians working in that motherfucker. And we used to buy
Man,
that.
a lot of these chain pizzas are bullshit pizzas, man.
You been used to buy that pizza? That shit was so good, boy. But for some reason, they closed down, man. Shit.
Okay, see that right there. A local Italian place, then they probably have really good pizza.
I forget the name of that place. It's still with an S. Bruno Sobranos or some shit like that. I don't know. Shit.
Like, there's a place near me called Stefano's Pizza. Man, really good. Like, homemade dough. Like, it tastes very good. It tastes close to what it tastes like if I follow my grandmother's recipe on how to make pizza, which is a really good pizza. Okay, she knows. Oh, you said Pizza Hut for life. You guys remember the dine-in Pizza Hut? The dine-in Pizza Hut, where you can get beer with your pizza. Now, down here in this area of Texas, you could still find some, but you'd have to go to like Freeport, Texas, or go to, I think there might be one in Lake Jackson. I'm not sure. I don't think so.
I need big ass crust, bro. I want all that bullshit, man.
Man, he's going to eat the whole entire pizza all by himself. Look at that. And one eye. Dude, one eye is open. What is going on here? It's like he's stroking while he's eating the pizza. I would like to talk to this man.
Oh, shit. Who did some good shit, boy? Bullshit, man. So,
Okay, what's your story?
I went to Long John Silver, man, but what?
Okay, yeah, we went to Long John Silver's.
That was 3 days ago and shit, man.
3 days ago. 3 days ago. So the leftovers that he's going to be talking about are 3 days old in the fridge. That's important to know for this little story.
And I had some leftovers. I had some leftover hush puppies and french fries.
Hush
Well,
puppies
waffle
and
fries.
french
They were waffle fries.
Oh, waffle fries. Even lamer. Okay. If you're not Chick-fil-A, then don't do waffle fries? Waffle fries. Let Chick-fil-A have that bullshit. I think their waffle fries are bullshit anyway.
And then nobody wants that bullshit. So we got these cats. Be jumping out motherfucking gate, coming over here eating shit, digging in trash and shit. So I put that shit
So he has neighborhood cats to raid his garbage for food.
outside for the cats.
But
3 days ago. Don't you know that shit still sitting there? Them motherfucking cats didn't even fuck with that shit, man. They didn't even want that shit.
He put 3-day-old hush puppies and French fries, waffle fries from Long John Silver's out there for the neighborhood cats that rummaged through the garbage to eat. And they were like, no, what is that crap? We're not doing that. We're just going to go through your garbage. We'd rather do that.
They didn't touch the hush puppies other waffle fries. Not only that, the ants didn't even fuck with that shit, man.
The ants didn't even F with that. Yeah, the ants don't want the hush puppies nor the fries.
I'm like, shit, the animals didn't even, the birds didn't even fuck with that shit, man. You know, birds eat damn near anything, and we get a lot of birds. Man, look here, man. I'm like, damn, the animals or the insects eat that shit. But we ate that shit.
So you heard that right. So Long John Silver's, is it because Long John Silver's is so bad for you? Or is it just because it's 3 days old?
It's something up with that, man, nigga. I'm like, shit, what the fuck did I really eat then, shit? If they wasn't eating and I ate it, the animals must know something I don't know, man.
Dilbert, we can't do the towers anymore, Dilbert.
But they need that shit, man.
That's today you got sober, Mr. Deadman. So no in towers. And I don't plan on getting drunk or wasted in this during this stream. I have work tomorrow. Then again, I did get drunk yesterday, but you know, Mondays are nothing really, honestly.
And that shit got me worried, man. So you see this piece of crust I got right here, man? I'm gonna take these motherfuckers and put them outside and see if the cat eat this shit.
Let's see if the cats eat the crust. Okay. The problem I think Tony Oman has is their cats. I don't know cats that eat pizza crust are cold fries or cold hush puppies. Really to test this theory he has about the animals. What about the neighborhood dog? Would the neighborhood dog eat it? Would he? Sometimes there's a stray that runs around. Okay. Okay, my neighbor has chickens, which is great. I get free eggs. Got some free eggs actually the last weekend. Yeah. And let me tell you, chickens will eat anything. Anything. If you throw those scraps in a chicken coop, it should be consumed like immediately. So that would be the ultimate test. But it's not like his neighbors are going to have pigs or goats, because that would also be a really good test. Cats are going to mess with French fries and hush puppies and and crust. What? Oh man, they go through your trash because they're looking for the good stuff.
If the cat don't eat this shit, if the birds don't eat this shit, and the ants don't eat this shit.
Now the ants, I'm surprised that the ants will mess with it. That is wow, dude. That is a gnarly freeze frame right there.
I ain't buying that bullshit no more, man. Shit, man. Motherfucker, no, yeah.
He's not gonna eat it anymore. No more Long John Silver's is the moral of the story. Not that this is 3 days old. He wouldn't even eat 3 days old Long John Silver's, okay? That's why I threw it out in the first place. Anyway, I wanted that part. We need to get into the heart of the matter. Now, I'm going to play it from here. And what we're playing is part of the stream where Ben and Grace talk to this woman named Lav Lune. Lav Lune, if you don't know, is the woman that cried or something, was trying to accuse Destiny of some stuff. This is before the current lawsuit with Destiny with an ex that he had revealed, leaked news and all posted her images without her consent, all that stuff. That's not Lav Lune. Lav Lune is the one that, man, let me just say this. Lav Lune is an internet 304 who does would do sex stuff, and she still does now. With her husband, she records corn tapes, okay, which Lav claims you cannot find. I just did a simple Google search, and let me tell you, I have seen way much more than I need to see. And I mean that, okay? I was actually just seeing how easy it would be in one Google search. There we have it. We have the whole spread. We have links to videos and all this stuff. I mean, she says those videos are behind a paywall and stuff. And maybe she means the videos with her husband. I don't know. I think I did enough to describe her. There's a Ben struggle session with her that's kind of funny. Okay, but also gross in the subject matter. It is going to get very adult there, okay? The other thing that happens is, yes, Grace, OPCDon says something crazy in the chat, which gets Grace's reaction and ends up with OPCDon getting banned. All right. But yeah, we're going to start right here. I'm just going to get right into it.
Already so many bots getting rid of leaks, and by then it's going to be so far removed that
But wait a second.
Just talk about bots removing the links and I guess the images of the porn stuff. That's not true. I mean, if you have those bots, they're not working very well because it only took me one try to find them.
Years from now.
But wait a second. So why would you have a problem? Why would you have a
The
problem
internet does
with your
certainly
kids,
forget.
with your kids seeing you and your husband, their mother and father, have sexual intercourse? Why would you have a problem with that?
Okay, so Ben asked, why would you have a problem with your kids, I guess, watching a video of the mother and father having intercourse? And when I hear that, I'm like, Ben, that's a wild thing to ask. Why do you think she would have a problem with her kids watching those videos? Right? That's not kid appropriate. It's just like that. It is that simple.
Why would I have a problem with it?
Yeah, because you don't believe it's private. So why would you have a problem with your children seeing it?
I think that, well, with seeing it, I think it would be extremely uncomfortable and potentially damaging to a child to see us.
There we go. Yeah, extremely uncomfortable and potentially damaging to a child. Yes. Okay, very simple. So, okay, so is Ben going to continue to press her, or is he going to be like, you're right, it would be. Fair point. What do you think it's going to be?
Have sex, but I think having an open dialogue with your children about sex and your sex life, like mommy and dad are going to have adult time, go to the other room.
Why
like,
would it
leave
be
us alone.
damaging?
I don't think.
Why would it be?
Nope. He doubles down. He asks, why would it be damaging? Because Ben can't figure that one out on his own. Ben is seriously asking, why would it be damaging for kids to watch adult material of their mom and dad? You guys ever accidentally walked in on your parents in the middle of intercourse? That's a memory that scars you for life, man. That is a memory that scars you for life and causes you to drink.
Damaging to them.
Because psychologically, I think that it's important for boundaries to be in place with your parents.
I mean,
and
I
your family.
agree with you about that, but you're saying that you have a beautiful.
PDL said no. I'll tell you why I did, how it happened. Forgot how old I was. Maybe like 10 or something. Okay. The house was shaking. Legitly, the house was shaking. It was at night. I was in my bed. I was sleeping. And the house was shaking. I thought something bad was happening. I had no idea. I thought there was maybe like an earthquake, but we live in Texas. Like, that can't be. Like, why is the house trembling like this? And so I was scared. My parents were upstairs. I went upstairs. It's very dark up there too. I might have been a little bit younger. Maybe. It was very dark. It was kind of like eerie up there. Kind of like, okay. But as soon as I opened the bedroom door, I closed it immediately. I saw what I saw, and I shut it immediately, and I just ran downstairs. And it was like one of those things where, like, you don't know what you saw. You know it was like way beyond what you're ready for. And I was scarred for life. But my dad came down to talk to me. He was like, son. And I was like petrified, dude. I was like a statue. I was like, man, I cannot, I can't talk. It was like, why did you run up there? And I told him that the house was shaking, Dad. The house was shaking. Like, I was scared. I thought something was happening. And of course, my dad liked that story. For sure. Okay. Anyway.
Full romantic marriage in which you're happy to videotape for audiences to obviously to masturbate to.
Yeah.
And you know that. So like that doesn't like I'm just wondering how one's fine but the other one's not because
Ben's really asking why like recording sex intercourse and releasing it out to I don't know adults and showing it to your kids, how that's different. You can't see the difference in that. No, but that's nice. That's nice, Eric W. No.
Because if
I
anyone
do not understand that
should-
the relationship with a stranger is different than your relationship with your children.
Yes, but generally speaking, yeah, I understand that, but
If my
You do? Then why press her anymore? Like this struggle session is very weird. It's a very weird struggle session. I mean, you might think about Lav Lune in certain ways, okay? But this is kind of a weird point to get into.
my children grow up and are 18
but you
and
said-
want
you
to
said
watch
you would-
me and their father have sex, they can try it if they want to.
no, but you said you would protect your
They could try to want to, I guess. I hope that's not what she thinks, like, for real, like, later on. But, okay.
children from seeing
Hey, in fact, if anything, Ben and Grace should support that.
pornography while
Yeah, in
making
general,
pornography yourself.
Yeah, how can you?
Yes, just like I would protect my children from drinking and smoking, and also I will drink and smoke.
Ruby says she thinks the ban will be short-lived because they're going to need OPCDon for some maintenance on Daisy. And that is true. That is true. They will try to get OPCDon back. And OPCDon will return. Because these people cannot quit. They're addicted. We're all a little addicted. I'm obviously addicted, right?
Smoke, yes. These are adult themes that you have to protect them from. Yes.
Okay,
Like, Ben,
but
why do you think this is stuff that children should be exposed to? Like, why?
Yeah, good question there.
Why does it have to be kids? Why can't it be like adults? Like, why don't you wait until they're older to expose them to things
No,
like
no,
sex?
don't
There's
you
some things
understand
that
the
a mind
basic
can-
Why is that
hypocrisy?
the premise
Don't you
of the
understand the
concept?
basic?
What's the hypocrisy, Grace? Wait, there's hypocrisy in the fact that that Lav wants to have her like nudes out there for grown adults and not for her kids? What the hell are you talking about? There's no hypocrisy there. You guys are like damaging the freaking brain. Like just crazy over here. Insane, man.
I'm not.
Hypocrisy of
I think
that you're gonna prevent your kids from watching porn by like checking all their logs and making sure. Like I'm saying,
Oh, and by the way, that's what Lav did say she was going to do. She would. So, and that's actually a really base take on that one. I have kids. I'll tell you this much: everything they do is screened. The messages, what is going on their computer, screened like that, and that's how it's going to be for a good while. Why? Well, to protect them. Obviously. Freedom is earned. We're in communist China, dictatorship, dead man house over here, okay?
Wait a second.
Yeah,
teenagers, right?
you
Wait a
control your
second,
router
Lev.
and you
Wait a
block
second,
porn
Lev.
sites.
While
when
she's
you say
uploading
kids,
porn to porn sites.
Wait, Grace.
What's the? I don't see the hypocrisy there. I really don't. I don't see it. Like, what is she talking about? Can I mental gymnastics myself enough to see it? I really can't. She uploads porn to porn sites for adults, but she's not giving it to her kids. Therefore, she's a hypocrite. What?
Grace. Are you saying that you would prevent your kids from seeing sexual material all the way up until they're 18 years old? You don't
Sexual
think they should-
material? No. This let me be very clear about what I mean by blocking pornography. I will be blocking free internet pornography. If they want to go about it in a way that is healthy, like finding a bikini magazine or a nude magazine.
Well, okay. What? I'm conflicted here. I'm torn, obviously, as you could vividly see. But while there are situations where, I don't know, let's say your son gets like a Maxim magazine, they don't even make them anymore, or gets a Playboy mag, is that healthy? No, not necessarily, but it may happen. Though magazines don't exist anymore, really. So, well, I guess the equivalent would be, what if your son just Googled the word ass? What if he just did? I mean, your kids are going to find things. You try to prevent it as much as possible, especially early on, obviously, for obvious reasons. I mean, when I was 15, probably 14, I discovered my dad's stash of porn. And let me tell you, that was not healthy. It was not. Because that's the part of the reason why I am what I am here today. Was someone with kind of a habit, with that material, with that stuff. One would say an addiction. No. So Lav Lune is saying she would be supportive if her kids were to find it like naturally. Yeah, not. I need to know what she means by supportive. Like, let them just have it? I don't know about that. I don't think so. You confiscate it. Anyway. Explains the troon addiction. Yeah. Well, yeah, once you start with Playboy, it ends with trooning, dude. Don't you know that? That's not just me. Can't be. Anyway.
Having something like still images or having like videotapes like that, they absolutely. If I stumbled
softcore.
upon,
You're saying like softcore.
No, not even
porn.
softcore. If I stumbled upon,
Her kids could have full-on hardcore as long as it's paid for, as long as they bought the DVD or Blu-ray. They could have Blu-ray, high definition, pound you in the ass, in the mouth, and the vag at the same time, hardcore sex at 15 years. But they could have that material at 15 and watch it. That's what Lav Lune is saying. Okay. Yeah, no.
upon like a
bikini magazine is softcore.
like one saved video. Like if my son had like a Twitter and he had like a saved video and he was like 16 years old, probably like maybe 15, I think is when I think it would be like not appropriate, but like is when I wouldn't get like upset with it and have a talk with them about it. That's when he enters his own private life, I think, at about 15 years old. So I think that if I found that he had like saved something on Twitter or something and it was pornography, I think I'd have a talk with him.
See, yeah, that was about that age too, man, and that's about the age for a lot of young boys. I'm sure, chat, all the men in the chat, how old were you when you discovered porn? I told you guys my story. I want to know y'all's story now.
About like his body, ultimately.
You would have a talk with your son about that? Oh,
potentially,
no.
yeah. I think that I would go over. I would go over like the main things. That
Now
are, like,
you'll definitely have
You don't
a
want to
gay
hurt
son.
women. You don't want to hurt women. Obviously,
Why wouldn't your husband have that talk?
Well, no,
Why
that's
wouldn't
what
your
I was
husband
just
have
about to say.
Yeah, the husband should definitely have that talk. Not the mom. Not the mom. The mom could take care of the women issues because I ain't having that talk. Shit, I don't even want to deal with that.
Baby.
That
my
damn
husband
knee.
will
and Ken,
ultimately
I'm a
have, like,
recovering
dominion
simp. Please, dead man, take her off cam. I'm about to send her a car payment.
Oh, you're a recovering simp, huh? Oh, if anything, there's something. Okay, me keeping on the screen is just testing you. All right, it's gonna be testing you on this. Okay, just keep your hands, sit on your hands. Okay, don't even think about it. That knee's disgusting anyway. It's unwashed, dude. It's an unwashed, disgusting, dirty knee. That might turn him on even more, though, honestly. Just imagine Ben's jizz all over that knee, okay? That might help you. And remember, if you simp for Grace, that means you want to be Eskimo bros with Ben. And I don't think you want that.
Shake it, baby.
I'm weak.
Thank you for the $5, King. Thank you. I'll do this. Oh man, it makes it worse. I could cover her. Okay, I'll help you. I'll help you out. Don't worry.
over that conversation. I think I would be
you
like,
never want to have.
I would say
get your-
simple things like, you know, make sure that you're not hurting yourself.
You'll
make
get
sure
it when
that
you're
you're
older,
not a
but you
pervert.
shouldn't be at all involved in your son's sexual life. He'll resent you massively for it. Just leave him alone. Like leave your son's dick.
That's what I intend to do, but obviously with
Shake
some
it,
like
baby.
I think I would guide a little bit. I would
the
not be
Ben
in
part
charge of
ruined
his
it
sexual
in.
life, but if I saw something like that, like pornography, I'd be like,
I thought it would. I just helped you. I just helped King out. Man, see, I should just record that as a video to help every Grace simp. Watch this. I can, in less than a minute, get you to realize simping for Grace is a mistake. There you go. That's my community service. And I'm not serving time for the state. I'm serving time for the wife. She told me, by the way, why she was kind of upset with me and why that date night was going to cut it. I'm going to tell you guys now. You know that really great stream I had where Ben and Grace were talking to me? That didn't come with any cost, without any cost. See, that day, I told my wife, yeah, I'll be there at the park with you with the kids. You know, and if there's one thing about my wife is if you tell her you're going to do something and you don't, she really hates that. I think most people do, right? Now, technically, I didn't promise or anything, but it was implied, and especially with the way I said it, because, yeah, of course I was going to do that. What happened instead was about the time the Thorps came on was about the time the door opened, and she was like, she said she was going to wait like 5 minutes, but obviously that stream was a lot longer than 5 minutes. Well, there you have it. So we got over that. We talked about that. It's like, I tried to explain. I even tried to show her the money. No. My wife is based and true. And it was like, none of that matters. All that matters is that you are committed to us as well. And I was like, all right, I hear you on that. For sure. All right. So anyway, let's resume. Oh, what was the question? How did you go? Okay, how old were you when you first discovered porn? Like when I was 15 years old, man, I was selling it at school. I was selling my dad's magazines at school. Playboys, Hustlers, a magazine called Booty. Oh, yeah, that was my favorite. Booty.
don't hurt yourself.
Now, with
and-
your kids, like acknowledging the fact
and
that you've had
have
this
sex with
house,
people
let's
you
say,
love is what I would say.
How's
that's
your,
it.
But would you, since you've had, I don't know, let's say you've come to these understandings that you now have through a lot of missteps. Would you not? How would it be? Like, how would you come at them in terms of this morality? Because you yourself didn't live that out.
Please move her face back
So
this
would that be a
worse.
problem, or
What do you
would you
mean?
just say,
My face is worse. Oh man. Oh, that. Well, wow. Look at that. I got a face for radio.
well, what I'm saying is that you have
I didn't have sex until I was 18.
engaged. Well, you've engaged in prostitution.
I was a sugar baby for 2 people. I wasn't like a streetwalker.
Yeah, King is demanding tonight, but I don't mind. He also is very generous tonight. That's something there too. I like that. Wow. He's outdoing McKinsey. I think so. And get cracked from me. Like really, King TL is really producing this this episode here.
Shake it, baby.
Thank you. Carry on.
Well, you haven't engaged in prostitution? I'm sorry, I maybe I
No.
misunderstand.
No. Yes, but in the sense of like I had 2 boyfriends who were sugar daddies who would like
How do you define
give me
engaged-
things who
you
I would have
engaged in
sex with, but I
sexual
wasn't like
activity with
exchanging sex
Stephen
for money
Bennell.
like,
That's
on,
the
like that
you've
night. And I
engaged in
wasn't
sexual
streetwalking.
sexual activity with Stephen Bennell. That is as bad as it gets. It's I understand that.
That is true. That is true. Having sex with Destiny. I don't know. Is having sex with Destiny worse than having sex with Ethan Ralph? If you had to choose between Destiny, Ethan Ralph, or Boogie, who would it be? And you can't off yourself, okay? You can't do that. You can't do KMS. No. Come on. Monteros says the first corn I owned was a piece of HP printer paper in some early 2000s born. Yeah, man. Wait. You paid $2 for it? Dude, that happened too. There was like so I brought what I thought was like the good stuff. This other guy was selling porn too. He was trying to outdo me, but he was selling it by the page, and it was a printout. And they were more enthused about the printout of these 2 lesbians looking at each other in a particular way. I'm like, well, why do y'all care about that one? I have better stuff right here. These are also lesbians. The early day porn wars, dude. And I was in middle school. No, junior high. Junior high school.
Doesn't Grace
He
sell her
performed on
panties?
you? But it's as bad as it gets. It's a shameful part of your history that you engaged.
Sure. No.
in
I
any
agree.
activity
I know. I
whatsoever
agree with
Stephen
that.
Bennell.
I should not have done that. I think that I had zero guidance
scared
from
you
any
straight.
sort of from any sort of familial ties. My children would never be in the position where they felt like they had to do something like that because they will be well loved and guided. I did not have that. So it's like
You felt like you needed to do that?
yeah, I did feel like I needed to do
Lab.
that.
Well, that's the implication, right? I guess that's the feeling there. It seems like a lot of women kind of felt like they needed to give Destiny some service for some favors. You know, it was like a casting couch.
Don't let them turn this on you. Grace
That's
sells
insane.
panties online.
No, she doesn't.
And your news
I
for a pair.
Oh, Ralph is straight conquistador mode. Yeah. By the way, I did see the Kino Casino coverage of Ethan Ralph's El Salvadorian fish tank. We may play it here if we have time, but it is what we thought. It is what you guys thought, actually. I was too nice. No, they flat out... Dude, the way they told the story of what happened, it doesn't even actually fit what actually happened. They didn't even show the clips. They didn't even actually react to it. They didn't show anything. They just... They were like, they're focused on Ralph punching that Scottish guy, but not the MMA fighter that he made cry. Okay? It was like, come on, man. Anyway.
Pair of shoes. What? Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
That's a joke, Ava.
Yeah, you sold. You sold your panties.
That's not
For
a joke.
$500.
Told her. So,
I'm not like, proud of this. I'm
But you did, Grace. But you did.
not proud of this part of my
You
history.
admitted
I'm just saying I'm.
But wait, Lav, you
minimize
You
it. I call it what I
filmed-
did prostitution, even though some would
No,
not call
it's-
it prostitution.
you filmed yourself having sex with.
See, McKinsey says agreed. I wouldn't even have a beer or coffee with Destiny. Yeah, because it might be drugged. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what he does. I don't know what his methods are. Okay. She was one of the first to come out against him. She was. She partnered with Mr. Girl. That was kind of her mistake there. Mr. Girl was on a mission to hurt Destiny, but he came out too soon. He should have waited. Because if he had waited a couple of years, then he would have really had something. Because what that pixie chick, yeah, she definitely changed things. See the OPC comment? Yeah, this is about the time where that comes in. Let me back up here real fast. We're in the moment. Okay. Check out this OPCDon comment right here. Thorp Dude. If Lav and Ava think your position is too unchristian and degenerate for their liking, and if your dad ever plans to, I cannot even read. Too degenerate for their liking, how do you expect this to play with a wider audience? If your dad ever plans to be taken seriously, do religion content, and this debate will be a huge L. People will continually throw it in your face. Now, there's going to be another OPCDon comment coming in very soon, that's going to be like really getting Grace's attention.
Minimize it.
You
I call it what
filmed-
I did prostitution, even though some would not call it prostitution.
You filmed.
We're getting closer to it.
Yourself having sex with your husband. Okay, I understand that, right? I'm not trying to say. And you said, like, you seem to say, like, what validates is that you made money off it. Do you need the money? Or would you have done that for free?
The
As a
sex
art?
tapes.
You, you,
Grace
you
sold the
see it as
panties
art?
for $500.
You see it as art?
My sex with my husband. Wait, sorry, you cut out a bunch of times. My internet sucks.
Yeah, do you see yourself as creating art?
And Ben talking about, is the porn you guys making, is it art?
Therefore, would have done it as a contribution to the human, artistic community, or did you do it for money?
She did it for money. Of course she did it for money.
You seem to
Well, I
make a big
think
deal.
too.
Of the fact that you made money off
I think
it.
a couple things. I think one, me and my husband are both sort of exhibitionists. We like the idea of people watching us have sex is very exciting to us. So we probably, I mean, we're very. I don't know if you've seen our streams, like our IRL streams. We're extremely physical and touchy with each other. We always.
Oh yeah, and Ben starts pressing her about the whole expedition thing as well. Which, I mean, all I'll say is I had a girl like that in my life once. There was not a place we wouldn't.
Always have been. So that's one thing. Another thing is that we were getting
And do you think
married.
exhibitionism can go too far?
Of course, I think it can go too far. Yes.
Well, I mean, something like
Of course, this is coming from a man who has no problem with his daughter performing fellatio on a beer bottle or slapping her ass or doing other things. Very likely.
well, someone like who is exhibitionist might want to have sex like in a public place, right?
Yeah,
That's
we.
risk.
I mean, we would. I think that we're very respectful with it. We would never be anywhere where children are. We never really go anywhere where like there could be people who really do actually like stumble upon us having sex. But like a park at night or like having a paid access to watching us have sex. I think.
Would you go on would you go on like a stage and have sex like with all adults like at a kind of
Like
sex
a
club?
fucking sex
Ben asked a wild question. Of course she would.
club.
At a
or
sex club? Yeah, I think we would do that.
club. I mean, if it
And you don't think there's anything weird about that?
Do you think there's anything weird about that? If this wasn't coming from Ben, that question might have something to it. Like there isn't anything weird about Ben and Grace's relationship, right?
Weird about it?
Wait. Hang on.
I don't think there's anything
I have a question.
wrong about
I have a
it.
question. So if you're into exhibitionism, so it's kind of like your kink, then why make people?
What does it add
why
to
make
the
people
sexual
pay for
experience?
this? Why make people pay for the sex tape? Why not just get it out to as many people as possible? Because wouldn't that be more kinky? Like more.
Well, because she wants to make money. That's the same reason why you sold your panties, Grace, and your nudes for shoes.
People, the merrier.
More exhibitionism.
Yeah.
Exhibitionistic.
Well, it's less controlled that way. So the way that we're doing it is way more controlled.
What do you mean?
Do you need the money? Did you do it out of economic necessity?
Necessity, not necessarily, but like out of we wanted fuck you money and we made $30,000 a month for it.
At $30,000, that's nice. I mean, that's a nice amount of cash. Man, if I can make $30,000 on the side of some side hustle, yeah, I'm gonna do that for sure. Absolutely.
So yeah, it was definitely it was nice to have. It's always nice to have an extra $30,000.
Well, it depends. Depends if you need $30,000. It doesn't. $30,000 for a lot of people isn't a lot of money.
Well, I thought
Ben, $30,000 for you would be a lot of money. You don't have any money, supposedly. But we're gonna find that out through the court stuff, aren't we?
I actually thought that I would need $30,000. I actually just got accepted into another university that I thought that I could not pay for. I ended up getting a full ride scholarship based on my grades, which is amazing, but I did not know if I was going to do that, so I was getting very anxious, which is why we initially started the OnlyFans. But then it just became fuck you money.
Well, $30,000 is not fuck you money.
Ben gets hung up on this. $30,000 is not fu money. Chat. Like if you got $30,000 a month, like if you got, like, would that not be fu money in your eyes? An extra $30,000 a month, dude. Like that's like close to my yearly salary. It's not that far away. Yeah. So once again, what has Ben even talking about here? An extra $30,000 just for selling some nudes? Dude, if I was a chick, I would totally be doing that. Okay? If I was a chick and I was hot, I'd be selling myself all the time, man. Of course I would. And I would be expensive too, man.
And then it was
a little
just
bit
like,
of money.
oh well, it's just fun money.
Well, yeah, we were anticipating that needing to help us.
Lav, fuck you money is like $1 billion. $30,000 is not fuck you money. But
well, on top of what we make, we make quite a bit of money. So for us, that is fuck you money. I mean, we don't make over $1 million, but we are very comfortable. So it was fuck you money because we didn't need it.
You mean it's disposable income?
This is so weird that Ben is hung up on this as if he has something here.
It's not fuck you money is like
yeah, Grace with her legs up there, kind of sucking on that marker. She what is it, a lighter? She knows what she's doing. She's teasing King over there. King might be jerking off. Hopefully not.
you have so much money you don't have to like respond to social norms.
Well, okay, this is like
Epstein
obviously
money
this is
fuck you
subjective, but sure, yes, sure.
Okay,
Yes.
but what I'm saying is, all right, so you would
Yes,
recognize
disposable
that
income.
exhibit, like this thing. I think it's interesting. What about like having? Would you say the sex would be better? Like, so they have, I think, situations in like clubs or whatever, and sometimes they'll film them where two people will go on stage and have sex. It can be in a bed or whatever, and people are watching and probably jerking off. But that's part of it, right? You'd want them to be jerking off, watching you.
I think she doesn't care. If you're at a sex club and you're having sex on stage, I think that's implied. Like, and how can Ben go after anyone else for their what they do when he went after his daughter? I mean, how can he? I mean, like you want to talk about fucked up. There's a whole list of things that are fucked up way before having sex in some sex club. I mean, that's not anything I would do. Probably not the chat would do, right? I mean, we're not doing that. But Damn, Ben. You're helping your daughter, man.
And that's why Grace is.
There's something
Sure.
sexy
Would you
about that.
prefer? Well, let me ask you. Would you prefer to have actual people there, jerking off as part of it, or just on camera?
Maybe
knowing
not
that
jerking
they're
off, but like watching, in person. That is.
Okay, watching fully clothed.
arousing. Yeah.
What do you find arousing about that?
No idea. I mean, we can psychologically pick at it forever. I don't know. Maybe Freud doesn't.
Ben is so fascinated by this. Be like, well, why are you so fascinated with your daughter? Why are you so fascinated by that?
I don't know. I just do.
Well,
Lav,
most people
Lav.
would find that to be a huge turnoff.
Maybe. I don't know.
No, not maybe. Absolutely. If you ask most married couples, would you have sex on a stage where people
We're getting
are watching
closer.
them
I mean,
have it
sure, but
broadcast
we're
millions
both
of people
online
would know?
personalities. We obviously like attention. Like, I don't know. It has
Yeah.
something to do with our personalities.
Lav,
Sure, yeah,
you-
no, I understand that.
Lav, you said in that there's a quote from you on the Whatever podcast. I don't think it's whether or not your kid is bullied or not or feels embarrassed. I think it's seeing your mother in a compromising position, adding to the way you view women is probably worse. So you said
Sure.
that like doing sex work has an impact on your children. And
Potentially,
it's
yeah.
negative.
Yeah, potentially, if they like find it, you don't want them to find it, and that's going to be an issue for her, for sure. She's making her bed, and she can't complain about it when of course, the kids do eventually find it. How they react to it, what they do, I don't know, man. You know, sure, we could speculate. Of course, I would disavow it. I would not recommend that whatsoever. You know, if you engage in like taking pictures and videos of your intercourse action with your wife and all that, you better have that stuff locked in a vault, right? No one wants to see that. But for the right money, I might leak you my videos. No. But I have found I am a very good photographer. Okay. Very good.
So why would
Potentially,
you do it?
yeah.
So why would you do it?
Well, so there's a couple things. One, we don't do anything crazy or weird. So even if our sex tape were to get leaked, it's literally just like a loving couple having like marital sex. It's not. We don't do anything like freaky or kinky online.
Well, here's
Hold
what
on.
I would propose.
Hold
Go ahead,
on.
go ahead,
Let
sure,
me finish.
sure. Yeah.
Another thing is that it is controlled under a paywall. Another thing is that we have bots removing leaks, and it's actually done a fantastic job. There's like a couple things that we can't get down, but overwhelmingly, like it is the bots that we have are only going to get better and better with removing stuff like that, which is extremely promising.
Not that good, because I swear, class, let's do this together. Let's do this together. I want you to take out another tab. Okay? Take out another tab. And just go to Google. Just type in Lav Lune porn. And I'm in Texas, so everything's blocked off. It really is. It's very sad. I mean, wheelchair really, but if I go to images, it's not. And my glasses are reflective. I don't know if you could see what I see, but I see a lot of the same chick named Lav Lune. Okay. That's what I see. All right. So not very, I mean, those bots are not doing a good job. All right, let's get those likes to 20. Can we get 20 likes? That would be amazing.
And like a very positive thing. Also, Donald Trump had released something else too with revenge porn. So leaks get taken down much faster.
You think technology is going to get better and better? You said this before. That
It has already.
You're going to have a super tight pussy when you're 80 years old because of Elon Musk. That's not true.
It's
going to have both positive and
that's
negative.
That's not what I'm saying at all. Yes, but
That is
if
what you
I'm still a figure online, which I won't be, because I will absolutely not be a figure online once I get my degree and I have my intended career.
Wait, is your real name Lav Lune? If your real name is Lav Lune, it only takes one search to find you. You know what? Whatever.
Wait, hold on, Lav. You want to talk about a career? This is another quote from you. I think that a lot of women don't realize what comes after sex work, and it's not great. You don't get hired anywhere. Everyone has seen you naked. Imagine walking into a room with 100 people and they've all seen you naked. So again, your own quote says this doesn't work for having a career and it's bad for your
Yeah, I think that
Yeah, right. When you walk into a room full of people and you're nervous because you're giving the speech, you're supposed to imagine them naked, not them imagine you naked.
I think that also you can read my statements, but they also have nuance behind them. I don't think that, like, I think that is absolutely true for a lot of people. Certainly for most people.
Well, her pussy's already out there, so it doesn't really
Oh,
matter.
I guess that's true, yeah.
Yeah,
but why would you add to it? Why would you add to it by having sex with your current husband and posting it?
I don't know if adding to it
Why would you recommend for girls to just find their daddy's dick and suck it, Grace? Why would you recommend that?
in fact, I actually think that it might be positive for to see your parents having sex rather than just your mother.
Why would you lick your panties for Whoremaxer for free? For free. You could, if you're gonna throw your dignity away, at least make a buck out of it. Damn. At least make $1, man.
I think that having just your mother as a sex worker rather than both of your parents being freaky online is potentially more harmful to the child.
I don't think it would be extremely damaging to see that your dad thinks your mother is a sex worker too, to be sold online for money.
That's not really the way that our porn is filmed and distributed.
Well, they're both sex
I am like a
both
sex worker. Yeah, there's not really a power dynamic in which my husband is like humiliating me or denigrating me.
Yeah, but that's how they're going to
see.
No, you're both humiliating. You're both.
I don't think that
both of you.
Sure, yeah, we're both humiliating each other. But I don't think that my children will see anything that we've released and think that he's that it's like a one-sided humiliation.
But guys, it also sounds like something they do not intend for their kids to find. And hopefully, if they're really good at hiding it, maybe the kids will never find it. Well, never say never, right? I mean, they will eventually find it. It will eventually be found. But yeah, probably be embarrassing.
Yeah, at least it's not like cuck porn that you guys are making, right?
No, we make extremely vanilla, like loving porn where we kiss and say I love you, and it's not perverted.
Cuckery. She wants to
no,
have
the people that watch the porn are the cucks. If they're the ones having sex, it's just
Sure,
it is like exhibitionism. Like, yeah, you are putting yourselves out, having sex with each other. It's kind of weird. I see that it is like a fetish stuff for everybody, but that's your thing, you know. Like, I get that. It's not like them.
The thing that's hard for me to wrap my mind around is the idea of like, and there's like these porn star couples that actually have kids, and I hope the kids aren't anywhere near the set. Like, I hope they're not in like in another room on a tablet and stuff, you know. I hope not. The idea that like you can hide this stuff though, let's say that's not happening. Let's just say, you know, like the kids that have a mom that have an OnlyFans, that stuff gets leaked. For sure. So would strongly disavow that. I do not recommend that.
Why not? Why not do things like be a model and model clothing that is like also shows off your form? That's considered decent, and your husband could do the same. Why not take Instagram pictures of you?
Oh, I understand now why Ben is doing this struggle session. He sees Lav Lune as a wayward hoe. He's trying to turn Lav Lune into a decent woman. She doesn't have kids. Yeah. She doesn't have kids now, yeah. But I was saying there are couples that do, and eventually she does plan on having kids, and then later on, anyway. And honestly, her thoughts about it might change once she has kids too, because sometimes that happens. You know, I'm kind of hoping there. I'm hoping that it does.
You at the beach in clothing.
Ben,
why go the extra mile?
We are adults. We are adults who kind of like the idea of people watching us have sex. Like,
that's true. A lot of people get cuck wrong anyway, but yeah, that's true.
I don't know. It's
for validation.
For validation. I mean, sure. I guess that maybe that is the root of it.
Well, what if they found it disgusting?
Then they
Well,
shouldn't
then
watch
that's
it.
their prerogative. I guess.
What if other people find it disgusting?
Pictures of you at the beach in
I think
clothing.
Ben,
Why go the extra mile?
we are
for
adult.
money?
We are adults. We are adults who kind of like the idea of people watching us have sex. Like I don't know. It's
For
we're
validation.
freaks. We're
For
freaks.
validation.
For validation. I mean, sure. I guess that maybe that is the root of it.
Well, what if they found it disgusting?
Then they shouldn't watch
If Ben's point here is like, well, some people are going to find it disgusting, so why do you do it? Ben, some of the stuff you do with Grace on stream is disgusting. Oh, why do you do that?
it.
That's their prerogative. I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, that wouldn't really work for you, would it?
Well, no,
Ben,
I would know. I would not get
did you
sexual
send to try to
gratification.
hit Grace with a car?
Actually, I actually think that I still would. I think that people saying like watching it and being like, "Oh my god, this is crazy." The shock value I think is enough for me as well. It's not necessarily validation.
Do you see
it's
it?
like
Can
we're
I
doing
ask
something
you
very
this?
naughty.
Do you see what you're doing as art?
Maybe in some ways, I think that the market is so saturated porn wise of like disgusting degenerate porn that I think actually having like sweet married porn is like a very positive alternative to what's out there.
I can see that. I can see that. So you would care about the lighting. You would care about it seeming romantic. That you're
Yes,
like
of course.
kissing each other. You're not just like it's not just a close up of genitals entering.
No.
Okay, but can't you see that
So it has to be like tasteful, like Christian porn, whatever that would be.
progression would eventually have you having like moving out of the porn world and into a world of making like a rom-com together? Isn't that like what normally would happen here?
I mean, that's sort of what we do on IRL streams. So like our whole life is sort of like a romantic comedy.
You're not going to make her decent, Ben. You're not going to. Nope. She's gonna be that porn girl. That's what she's gonna be. That's what she is. Okay.
So why do the porn?
Because she makes money.
Made so much money, Ben. We made a ridiculous amount of money.
$30,000 is not a ridiculous amount of money, and it's
$30,000 a month. It is. Oh man, dude, $30,000 a month. I know. I spent time on that already, but now I just added $30,000 a month, not 3,000, but 30, 30, and 3 other zeros after that. Okay, man. I be honest, chat. Have you ever had that amount of money in your bank? Ever? Have you? At one time? I might be revealing too much. I don't give a shit. If I'm poor, I'm poor. I know I am. I've never seen that amount of money in my bank. Ever. Ever. I've seen that with loans, but that's something else.
It's not for nothing.
No, it is a ridiculous amount of money. $30,000 every month. If we were to do that every single month.
Only one time when I bought a house with it. Oh, okay. Well, okay. I could see that. But even then, our down payment, I don't think it was $30,000. It was a little bit less than that. But we got in with that first home buyer thing or whatever. Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Month, if we were to keep selling sex tapes, that was off of 2 sex tapes. If we were to keep doing that every month, I'm still making residual $5,000, and we haven't posted anything for months.
Okay,
so if we were to make $30,000 every,
and she still makes a residual $5,000 a month, and she doesn't even have to post anything. See, that's the thing. I know she planted the tree, she planted it, and now just makes money. She has an ATM there. All she has to do is put her tits, put her ass, have her husband plow her, record that, put it out there. She's a grown adult. She's making her choices. Do I recommend it? I don't recommend it, but it's also like if that's what you want to do, then fine. I don't give a shit. I mean, you're a grown-ass adult. You can make that choice. And I understand. For that money, you're having married sex and you're recording it. And you're making money off of it. Is it very Christian? No. I can't argue that one.
every month for a year.
I don't know where in the Bible where it says you can't do that, but I'm sure someone could find it.
Would be. I mean, that is a ridiculous amount of money, Ben.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, but you're
saying
the
it
reasons,
pays well. I think
changing the
everyone
reasons why you
understands that.
do it.
Everyone understands that sex work can be very lucrative. You think you're the first one who's discovered this? This is the oldest discovery that women
Did I
have
give the
ever
impression
made.
I thought I was the first one?
But you're saying, okay, but I'm saying you don't think it's art.
I think
Is that
I mean,
right?
it's certainly artful. There are elements that are artful. I don't think it's just art, though. I also think it's.
Do you
definitely
think
Why
cool.
it's
would you
art?
call it
Do you think
art
it's a
then? Like,
contribution?
what is, I don't understand this.
Do you think it's a contribution to the cultural patrimony of our culture?
It's
in
porn, man.
current
You're
state?
looking
Yeah,
way
I think
too deep
in
into
such
it.
a pornographized society, yeah, I do.
No, you don't think so. You just think it's better than like grosser forms of it.
No, I don't think that. I'm not.
I like this chat right here. Hearts and flowers. Jacinda Carr Grace. All right. We need the tea. Because that's the rumor. And I think we get PDL mentioned that there's a brief mention of the whole Jacinda thing, but it was very brief from what I understand. Dead man, if you could, would you watch a porn of your parents conceiving you? No. That is disgusting. Absolutely vile. No.
Not like anti all porn. I've never been anti all porn. I'm anti free access to internet porn. But I don't think that like watching people have sex is negative. I think it's actually very natural and healthy.
Okay, but do you think it's art?
You just said you're gonna.
Do you think it's art? Like he's hung up on that. If you just say it's art, then I could be cool with it.
Prevent your kids from seeing porn at all costs. You
Yeah.
keep changing
Yeah,
it.
when they're a
kids.
child and they can't handle it, yes. But when they're an adult, they can.
What
have
about
the
when they're
fuck they want
teenagers?
sexually.
What about
A
when they're
normal person would.
teenagers?
She already said that earlier, Grace. You weren't paying attention. She said 15, 16. What is she going to do about that? I mean, honestly, here's the thing, man. If you have a son, dude, actually, let me just say this. If you have kids, man, they reach a certain age, they discover stuff, they're going to probably have some me time. You don't want to know about it. You don't want to know any details. You just know it's going to happen. That's it.
Yes, when they are under
Shield their kids
15,
from
I will
porn.
absolutely shield them from porn. Yes, of
Lab.
course I will.
Let me
Bullshit,
just try to
you're
make a
not.
basic.
Says you're not curious about where you came from? No, I know where I came from. I saw it that night when I was 10. Okay, I know where I came from. That memory is burned into my mind. Let's just say that Adams guy that was in the chat last time, he does not really have the biggest balls in Texas.
Basic point to you. The last time we talked to you,
There was a reason why the house was shaking.
you seemed to think that a non-exclusive marital relationship made sense, right? I mean, that's what you said.
Makes
sort of
sense.
like-
It doesn't make sense for me ultimately. It's not what I want, but yes,
Okay,
of course it makes sense.
You said that wasn't a marriage at all, and subsequently now you understand exclusivity. Okay, so you understand exclusivity, but you have this idea that privacy of sex, which is these all go together. The private nature of sexual activity is.
Here we go. Here's the OPCDon chat that really gets Grace's attention. Look at Grace's face. Really, at this point, from this point onward, focus on Grace in the chat. Okay? OPCDon types. The fact that you and Lav are calling Grace out for wanting her 16-year-old sister and future daughters to be giving out BJs and handjobs is the interesting conversation here.
Goes with this.
Keep hammering that point. That's what OPCDon typed there. Okay. Now, I'm not really sure what triggered that chat. Even now, the second time watching this, and I was trying to watch the chat before that, and I didn't see. I might have missed something in this conversation too that Ben is having with Lav. I don't know why I said Lav. Lav over there. I did not hear any mention about Maggie. So if you guys have the context here, let me know for sure.
And so maybe in the next marriage you'll say like, oh yeah, we're not going to do porn. You understand what I'm saying? I think these things are dawning on you, but I think you should just like kind of do the math that all of these belong together.
I don't think that people are not, you go down like a debate dialogue and you're like, this is true.
Oh, Grace is mad. Do not ever talk about my sister like that again, you effing freak.
This is true. Like, relationships are complex.
Together.
People are complex. You can pick and choose different things.
F off, OPC. Not cool. Holy crap.
Yes, I have a lot of traditional beliefs and I have a lot of hedonistic beliefs. That is normal, and that's life. I don't live life by like a checklist of
Not
things
cool
I'm
at
supposed
all.
to do or supposed to feel. Life is extremely nuanced.
I understand, but like certain things go together, right? Like, so if you say like sex should be about love, then you exclude some certain things. It doesn't mean you have a checklist.
Sex is about love, and sex is also about like primality. Like, sex is so integral to our culture. It can be its undoing. It can be free.
Grace types, I would legit end your life if you said that to me in person. Oh, Grace would legit end OPC's life if he said that. Okay. All right. I mean, that should be the response. That should be the response there. But now as a thing, though, I mean, I know there's some stories about Grace and Ben and Maggie. Some weird implications.
Like, there are things that are very beautiful about sex. There are things that are very evil about sex. So there are like, you can pick and choose from different boxes.
You know OPCDon says that's exactly what you're going to be arguing on Friday. Guys, I want to let you guys know something right now. Friday, I will not be here. I'll be out of town. What I'm hearing is there's going to be a lot of stuff happening probably over the weekend, which is going to be great. I'm going to be late to it, but I'll still cover it. I mean, I'm going to have to. I don't think there's any way for me to cover it where I'm going to be going with just a phone. It would be a poolside stream, and it would just be me and just talking to the chat directly. That's really what it would be about all this. That's all it would be. Let's see. Ray Sack says OPC was sending videos of really young girls doing stretches. Even Grace was creeped out. I've heard about that.
Some things go together, yeah.
You know what the word obscene means? Like, do you know
Obscene?
what the etymology?
Yes.
Do you know what the
No.
etymology of it is? Obscene,
don't.
so it's in Greek, it means off stage. It doesn't necessarily mean bad. It just means it doesn't belong on stage. Okay.
Thorp 2 says, no, you made it personal on purpose to humiliate my sister. Apologize now. I am legit done forever. Forever. Or until Daisy needs to be fixed. Which I believe Daisy needs to be fixed.
Okay, so
soon.
Generally speaking, intuitively, the vast majority of people intuitively understand that sexual acts, while beautiful, don't belong on a stage. And it's never occurred to you that like there might be
like Grace's face. Look at that. You can see the rage in her eyes.
Something to that.
Well, I'm not really religious in any way, so I don't live
It has
by...
nothing to do with religion.
So Ben
No, I don't live by your
saying
same rules. So when you say that something is not okay, I don't subscribe to your
I'm not telling you
of why
to
something isn't
subscribe
okay.
to me, but I'm just saying, asking you to reflect.
To
on
me,
why. The vast majority of
involving someone who's non-consenting. So like, if I were to post my sex tape on Twitter and someone could just get like shocked with it, I don't think that's appropriate.
She's even starting to tear up a bit.
I think that like involving someone
Like rage tears. I'm seeing some.
Want to see something I think is inappropriate, but I think if they're consenting adults and they want to watch you have sex, like if you're at a sex party, everyone wants to watch each other have sex. No, I don't think that is the stage. Like that's not even obscene anymore.
You're just saying there's nothing to it. I'm just saying.
I wasn't okay with that either. I banned him. Okay, they're talking about Spicoli. Well, what about when Spicoli said this? I wasn't okay with that either and ban him and don't speak to him.
Like you have no concern that like the
If this is your stance as a Christian, ban me. I want nothing more to do with you forever. So Grace plans on having a stream on Friday where one of the things she's going to be debating is how like modern Christians, pretty much what my take of it anyway, is modern Christians should pretty much bend the rules of the Bible to allow, you know, things to happen premarital because, you know, BJs and handjobs are going to happen. That's the way I heard it. That's the way a lot of people heard it. But when that was regurgitated back to them, they're like, oh, no, that's not it at all. But they said they would coach it with like, they'll coach it in a different kind of language, but essentially is about the same thing.
vast majority of all civilizations have found this to be something which doesn't belong on stage. And you're just saying,
well,
like,
you know
I think
that
they're all wrong.
the vast
They're all
majority of history, there have been brothels and sex parties, and this has always been a counterculture. I don't necessarily think that this is something every couple should do. I wouldn't subscribe this for every couple. We're obviously in a counterculture.
Oh, okay.
And it's exclusive, which is why I said it is exclusivity.
But generally, the exclusivity would be also where the privacy comes in, right? Like, you're not inviting other people to this, but you are inviting other people to this. So it's not exclusive. I get that you're getting there, but you seem not to understand that it's kind of like it all.
Our sex life does
together.
not center. Wait, hold on. Our sex life does not center around this idea of exhibitionism.
Right.
This is something that is like just something that is like a treat that we are interested in. Most of our sex is just
Disgusting piece of crap. I want to go back. I missed one moment. Had to refresh something on my side.
you know that the vast
concern
Okay,
that,
yeah.
like, the
If you wanna
vast
ban me,
majority of
ban
all
me.
civilizations have found this to be something which doesn't belong on stage. And you're just saying,
well,
like,
you know
I
that
think
the
they're all wrong.
the vast
They're all wrong.
majority of history, there have been brothels and sex parties, and this has always been a counterculture. I don't necessarily think that this is something every couple should do. I wouldn't subscribe this for every couple. We're obviously in a counterculture.
Oh, okay.
And it's
Well,
exclusive, which is why I
but-
said it is exclusivity.
But generally, the exclusivity would be also where the privacy comes in, right? Like, you're not inviting other people to this, but you are inviting other people to this. So it's not exclusive. I get that you're getting there, but you seem not to understand that it's kind of like it all.
Our sex
fits
life does not
together.
center. Wait, hold on. Our sex life does not center around this idea of exhibitionism. This is something that is like just something that is like a treat that we are interested in. Most of our sex is just like 99.9% of our sex is.
Are you guys even listening to what Lav is saying? Lav? I don't know. I did it again. Not even drunk. I'm not.
Just like us.
I'm watching
in
the
home
chat.
saying I love you, doing kinky things with each other.
So let me ask you this: if someone was a peeping tom and was at your window, and you were having sex, and you discovered that they were outside of your window looking in and jerking off, what would you make of that?
I think she would like it. I think she would get off on that.
And can I have your address also?
I think we'd think it was funny. Like, we wouldn't stop fucking. We'd give him a show. We'd be like, okay.
That's my philosophy. That's what I think. That's why every time the wife closed the curtains, I'm like, why are you doing that? Besides, it's a backyard. No one's going to jump the fence to watch us. And she's like, well, our neighbor might. And our neighbor might. He is kind of a freak. Everyone has one. I like the guy. He's cool. You know, he always brings 2 bottles of Jameson. So, he's cool to hang out with. But definitely a kind of creep.
Hey, you little sick freak.
I mean,
Oh,
is
really?
that
You
on-
wouldn't
on
find
the
that to be a
premise like,
violation?
they don't know.
I mean, he's the guy in the neighborhood where there's a theory that that couple might be a swinger couple, which is weird because I don't want to say what I was going to say. Because they listen. Sometimes the neighbors do listen. Hey, sometimes they're in the chat. I don't know if you can spot them though.
Know, or that they don't consent to being watched while they're doing.
I mean,
this.
is it like a weird like homeless stalker? I mean, really the question is he black? I'm just kidding. No, but is
Does
he
that
like?
make it
What's the vibe? What's his vibe? Like, is it like?
It's just jerking off, like from a tree, let's say, in the distance.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Or
I
he's
don't
a
know if
neighbor.
you'd be
He's a
comfortable-
neighbor who's got.
Oh, if it's our neighbor who's just.
It's not about that. It's just the fact that he made it personal with my sister to creep me on purpose.
Yeah, if it's our neighbor who's like watching, then
He and Spicoli can both F off of that stuff. Okay.
that's totally fine.
Okay. That's exactly. Oh, it said. Oh, Mackenzie said, "Oh my God, that's exactly what happened to my mother. The dude went to jail." Yeah, that's good. It was doing to many people in the neighborhood, and I knew them from the dog park. Dog park posse never liked him. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that happens. That shouldn't happen, though. Hope that sick freak got what he wanted in prison.
That's normal. Even that's like healthy
totally
to like
fine.
watch your neighbor or have sex if like you can see it. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Again, I don't think most people would agree with you about that.
That's human curiosity. Yeah, because most people are fucking liars.
I don't think that's true.
Wait, most people would not disagree. Wait.
Watching, then
question
that's
is
totally
that-
fine. That's normal. Even that's like healthy
totally
to like
fine.
watch your neighbor or have sex if like you can see it.
Wait, Ben, you one time told a story where you looked at your neighbor naked, right? Your neighbor, this story about this woman. I want to say woman. I don't know if it was a girl, but it was a woman maybe in the window. And he would watch her looking for her because she would do this routine where she would strip in a window. So he was that peeping Tom. But I guess the difference here is he's like, but you're having marital sex. And how would you feel if someone was watching you? Well, like Ben, how do you think she would have felt if you were watching her and she wasn't even having marital sex? That was just some woman that was, changing right there in front of a window. I don't think she'd like that. I don't think she would like that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, PDL. Yeah, so like what's Ben's angle here? It's like, bro, you do that. You are that guy that likes to watch people.
Really?
Yes.
Again, I don't think most people would agree with you about that.
That's human curiosity. Yeah, because most.
Hold on. It is curiosity, human curiosity. I will say, you guys ever go to like, sometimes when I drive by, or if I'm in the passenger or something, if there's windows, I'm obviously looking at the windows just to see what you could see. Kind of curious what you would find, what you could find, right? Not necessarily looking for anything. But not like a peeping Tom. It's just kind of like, we're just driving by and looking. That's it. Okay. I mean, like a casual thing. Man, I just revealed. Okay, I got to confess. I'm a peeping Tom, guys. I like to hide out. So I'm actually the neighbor that likes to watch the neighbors, okay? Just joking.
Most people are fucking liars.
I don't think that's true. I think they would say that it belongs.
There's
between two
very,
people.
very few people alive who, if their neighbors were having sex and you could see through the window, they would look away. There are very few people.
Dude, I know all the neighbors in this area, the ones I talk to, they would all look because they would all talk about it like the next day. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure, because it would be embarrassing. It's kind of like a what the hell? It's like some tea, some neighborhood tea to spill, which that happens. And yeah, so totally. If they make that mistake of having intercourse right there, I guess it would be, because usually the bedrooms are like in the back of the house, right? I mean, I guess there's some houses where they're in the front, like the master bedroom anyway. Just keep your windows shut, dude.
Oh no, I don't think that's true. I think a lot of people would see it as like not something that they should be a part of.
Yes, and that's why it's erotic and naughty.
PDL.
Oh, okay.
PDL's right.
But you would be
I do watch for professional reasons. I'm kind of a coach. Okay, I'm kind of a sex coach. I don't know if you know that about me or not. So I like to give advice.
Turned on by this.
Yes, because it's erotic
Mackenzie,
and
most
naughty,
people close
Ben.
it in
There are-
curtains,
there are
for sure.
sometimes your sexuality.
You're creating
Yes.
a kind of virtual threesome. If your neighbor is doing this,
Yes,
you become
part
aware
of
of
why
it.
part
Now
of
you
why
have
it
a
is
three-way
sexual and
sexual
erotic,
relationship.
Ben, is because it is something that we've acknowledged is sort of obscene, and that's why it feels naughtier. It's sort of it necessitates.
I don't think I'm allowed to comment on that. I'm not going to comment on that.
It's interacting with the culture to
Right, but
be
there's something
sexual.
called naughty, and then there's something like called a crime, or like that we.
Yes,
we
of
say, like,
course.
okay,
Yeah.
Well, like having a gangbang in the back of an Arby's is technically a crime there. I guess it would be for like first trespassing and then indecent exposure. But if it's really like a fenced off back and no one knows, is it a crime? It's at the back of an Arby's, dude. No one's checking back there. And wait, doesn't that happen? Isn't that what bums do? Aren't bums like having bum sex? Like in the back of a, in the back of an O'Reilly's or maybe a Waffle House. You know?
Yes,
say,
and that's
like,
where
you
the
could
line
say-
would be.
You could say a lot of women have fantasies about something naughty.
Marcus Clay asks, how the hell are you a sex coach? You know, you could look for the channels where the guys look like, these chads. They're all jacked up and stuff. You know, you can go to them for life coach advice or sex coach advice. But you're going to the wrong person. Absolutely. Absolutely. First off, I mean, they're all jacked up on steroids, and their dick may not even work. Might be kind of small, shriveled, all shrinkage, all that shit. And what I'm learning, a lot of those red pill guys are cucks. So what do they know?
Naughty that if in real life it was 12 black guys running train on you next to a dumpster, you wouldn't say, well, that's naughty and hot. You'd say, that's
That
illegal.
is naughty. Well, I don't,
With a
I
little
don't
more
think
than
interracial
naughty,
sex
it's
is illegal
actually-
yet, but it should be.
Non-consensual gang rape is
Oh,
naughty?
no, gang rape, yes, of course. I mean, yeah, it's certainly naughty, but it's also legal, yeah.
But you would say it's more than naughty, right? It's wrong.
Yes, I just said that. Yes, Ben, I just
Okay.
said that.
But there's a reason some things are naughty, like kinky. like I
Yes,
was
Ben,
saying.
again, let me repeat myself. We would never have sex in public where there were people around that we would inconvenience or traumatize with our sex. Everything we do is behind a paywall. If you want to seek it out, you will. We are not going to show any. I mean, we make out with each other in front of everyone. Even our friends are like, "Oh God, you guys need to like get a room or something." And in that case, we're like, "Fucking live with it. Who cares?" But no, we would.
No,
not.
what you need to do, Lav, what you need to do, what you need to do is you need to have your husband slap your ass on camera on stream, and you need to like lick your panties for a guy named Whoremaxer. That's what you need to do. That's what you for free. Don't charge anything. That makes it wrong. Do it for free. Do it for the views. And do it for Whoremaxer. And do it for Ben. Then it's right. Oh, it's corn against the law in Texas now? Sort of. Yeah. I mean, they did it. Hot Wheels did it. I can't go to Pornhub. I can't go to the other sites I had been going to. It's blocked off, man. Sad days. There's no way that thing's gonna stand, though. I mean, someone's gonna challenge that shit. That shit's fucking stupid. I like that Hot Wheels vetoed the their bullshit marijuana law that they're about to pass. But man, The no porn thing is really hurting me here.
Yeah,
we would
I
never.
think public displays of affection are also obscene.
Sure, but I don't give a
Most
fuck.
people agree. Most people agree about that.
I don't
It's
give
not
a fuck.
because we're all liars.
So like
It's
holding
because it's,
hands is obscene. Like
Yeah.
saying your
Like
partner
smacking
you
your
love them is
daughter's ass
obscene.
isn't a public
Such
display of affection.
insincerity.
Smacking your
Bottles
daughter's
fucking
ass
between
so
the
much.
legs is obscene.
Smacking my
I'm
daughter's
selling
ass is not a
panties.
public display of sexual affection. It's just a
What?
It's just a normal thing. It's a normal thing.
That's a normal thing? Slapping your daughter on the ass is a normal thing? No, that's not a normal thing to do.
It's not obscene. There's nothing obscene about. Yeah, I mean, men used to slap waitresses on the ass all the time. It's like,
But they
Whoa. Even when the men would slap the waitresses on the ass, they were being flirtatious with that. Are you saying that's the same way you're doing it with Grace? The slap when Ben's slapping Grace's on the Grace's ass. It's similar to I don't know. I guess like in the Madman scenario where those guys would like, slap the secretary on the ass there. Is that the same? Lumpy Butt got so angry last night over this.
I haven't seen the video, but I think that there's a way that you could do it that is not sexual and not obscene. But
No,
I
there's-
haven't seen it.
oh, these gooners all goon to it. Ava's flicked her bean to it 1,000 times. She pervert. RD has exclusively, I think, anal sex with his wife.
Well, what
I'm sure
about
you two would
wait?
get
But
along.
what about the whole Jacinda tried to hit Grace with a car thing? Is that true?
Oh yeah, let's get that. PDL, do you know if we actually get that in this?
I'm not getting into that right now. We're not getting into that right now. That's for later.
Is that like a new thing or is
Why
that like
not?
old news?
Apparently. Okay.
why?
You were so ready to send every woman in the world a picture of your penis. Is that not obscene?
No, okay.
That is obscene, for sure. I've not seen it. Don't want to see it. Hey, Nikki New, how's it going? Definitely don't want to see that ever. Ever. And sending that out should be a crime. That is obscene.
Okay, that's a really good point. Okay,
Oh
so
my god.
Let's talk about that.
Ava is actually one of these people. I think
my
if you're
God.
flirting,
People want to
if you're
hear about
flirting,
the thing.
if you're flirting with someone privately, and the understanding is that it's going to be
Oh, thank you, East Coast. I didn't know you were talking about Ben or Grace. I couldn't really tell. I imagine I think Ben has a lumpy butt. Might be caked in shit, but it's lumpy.
to be kept private, then I do think something like that's fine. It's 2025.
Well, what if it's private to a group?
I know you weren't talking about Lav because I've seen her butt. You know how I seen her butt? By testing her little. So Lav says that she has bots that'll take care of the images and videos and stuff, but they're not working because you can just search her name and you can find it real fast.
Group, because you did it with multiple women, so it was still a group and they all knew about it, and it was private to a group, not necessarily one-to-one person.
Oh, it was 1 to 2, and then 1 to 1, and then they leaked those, which they shouldn't have done. It's wrong for them to do that. But in that case, like I stand by it because I took artistic, flaccid dick pics. So
It was artistic.
Dick pics.
yeah.
Okay, well then I'm doing art. I'm doing.
Grace is so torn up now. Wait. I missed the chat. Gross. What the F? I don't care. Give him a chance to apologize. Artie, don't ruin it. Just send a download. That's Rennie.
Was supposed to be between the two of us, and then it got leaked. Whether it did or didn't, that protects her reputation, and I think it's a smart move.
I just don't think
If a
that. I
woman
think that
wants to
our
do
kids
porn.
will grow up and be like, God, my parents are like such little pervert freaks with each other. They're so fucking weird. Rather than like my mom's like a whore, and then like my dad came into her life, and you know, he's like a simple man. Like I think it does make it better that like both of us are doing it with each other. Honestly,
Grace is doing a
and
lot of typing.
we have friends who like one of Tim's best friends, his parents are like extremely sexual with each other. They're two like Midwest like corn-fed people, and they do like crazy shit. They have like a sex swing in the house, and they had like Polaroids of nudity and like various chests hidden in the house and stuff. Like they were perverts. And you know the friend group, because everyone jokes.
Yeah, don't ever open the drawers in your parents' room. I know most of chat is like grown adult probably, but don't ever do that. You guys ever made that mistake? The drawers next to the bed, do not open them.
Jokes about it. And the friend group like bullied him in a way that was like, haha, your parents are freaks. But like he's fine. Like it builds character. Yeah. He's fine. Like he knows that his parents are freaky little perverts, and that's like basically the extent of it. He knows that they made porn together, that they did stuff like that. Everyone knows about it, and it's like not that. It would be different if it was just his mom. You know what I mean? Then it would be like, oh god, like Cosmo's like has like a whore mom. You know what I mean? So I think having an equalizing sexual relationship that's open like that actually I think did a positive thing for me, who already has a history of that.
I'm not saying if parents do things that are obscene that it's necessarily the biggest deal in the world, but wouldn't you prefer that like your kids?
That neither of us ever did.
Oh yeah, we can do that poll. PDL, that's a good poll. Grace is so livid.
Yes,
you and your husband made contributions, like artistic contributions, to our culture that they could be proud of, rather than pornographic
Ben,
material that doesn't belong.
Ben, we both have like jobs. This is not our porn is like not our purpose. So I don't.
That even makes my point even more, that you don't even have to do this.
No,
but if you want to, whatever. If you want to, I think it's basically a form of child abuse, and you know it. But you're saying, well, I make money off it, which is what every whore says. It's just like a whore mentality.
I don't think it's child abuse. But
you're saying
I would agree that if you have the doing porn or not doing porn, and you're thinking about your children, obviously, I would say my prescription would be to be not doing porn. Yes.
Right, because it's obscene.
Well, was it child abuse when Ben got Grace to dance on Hormaxer's stream a couple years ago? Like, dance for the boys or whatever you say?
No, dancing is a contribution
I was not a child.
to culture.
I was not a child. So
well, you're his child, but good point. Good point.
I was not.
Well, Lav's not a child now. And she has no intention ever showing those images and things to her kids or any kids. You guys are the weirdos who brought all this up.
19 years old.
Dancing is a form of art, you fucking idiot.
Is it abuse?
Wait. Sexually dancing? Provocatively? For the Discord boys? That's art? I was there, man. I was one of the Discord boys. I saw it. I could tell you. That was not art. Nothing artistic about it. Very autistic, but not artistic. Difference.
When you fuck your wife up the ass every night and refuse to have kids with her, is that abuse?
I don't know.
Yeah, every night. Yeah,
I don't do that every night.
Every night, I would say, yeah.
Well,
every night is crazy. You're never gonna wear a diaper.
Let's be real.
He married her when he was 18.
What is the Puritanism?
Had kids with her. Weird.
What is the Puritan? A young adult woman can't dance? That's obscene? How is that obscene? That's art.
Okay. So I guess strip clubs are really just like a museum, really. Maybe like a horror museum. There's a reason why the lights are like off at a strip club, okay? If you ever saw what the ladies look like when the lights are on, yeah, you would not go there again.
I don't know how you're using
Texas
art to
dolls,
definitionally.
man.
You think that strippers are doing art?
No.
Oh, nope. There we go. Ben does not think strippers are doing art. Well, I gotta say, the ones at Heartbreakers are definitely doing art.
They're doing dances.
No, but something. Not really. They're not really dancers.
Yeah, they are.
But something
Yeah,
like
they're literally called dancers.
I mean, when there's the ones are like dancing on the pole, like in ways that you cannot do. The ones that like really contort their bodies in ways that are just like insane. Oh yeah, for sure, that's art. For sure.
Yeah, that's a euphemism. They're
not.
Yeah, as much as art as one of those like naked statues. Okay.
They're not really dancers. They wouldn't.
They perform.
They
I mean, like, how do you draw the line?
Mackenzie, the difference is if you make it artistic, like a living art, where like it's like the body has to be like so like it's a combination of things to create this like thing. You're like, oh wow, that is amazing. I can't believe what it is I'm seeing, but it has to hit that level, you know it when you see it.
I think if you're having anal sex more than three times a week,
something like Cirque du Soleil, something like Cirque du Soleil is a form of art. The people are scantily clad. There are sexual themes. It's not made for children, but that is art, obviously. What goes on in strip clubs is not art, and everyone knows it. It's like the purpose of it is to.
I think a lot of people agree with you.
Is to stimulate. No, only liars like you.
No.
The purpose of what goes on in strip clubs is to stimulate arousal. That's the difference.
Yeah.
I mean, certain
Is that also the purpose of
also
grace?
do that too. It doesn't have to be like overtly sexual or like strip dancing, pole dancing, lap
Right,
dancing.
but if you go to a Taylor Swift concert, there are guys who could sit there and coom. But then,
Okay, what about a Beyonce concert? Or what's the 3 Mile Stallion? I don't know her name. Something. There's like a number 3, and the word stallion in it. What about a Cardi B? Oh man, what's that? Is she Brazilian? That Spanish one? Oh, with the booty? Not J-Lo. He referenced Taylor Swift, who's like, very, very tame. Very, very tame.
that is not the purpose of what she's doing on stage, though she is a very lovely young woman and wears.
McKinsey says, I'm a retired ballet dancer. It's just tricks. No, the tricks are what they can do when you're in the champagne room. Like I've ever been there. Like I've ever been there, right? No, but play your cards right. Maybe one of them will play. Will do some tricks on you if you want that. You're definitely going to get your money's worth because you're going to get something you can't get rid of. That's called herpes.
There's clothing that is appropriate for a
but when
rock star.
A woman to
You're saying there's
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know
You don't know what the difference between Taylor Swift is doing and what a stripper is doing in a strip club, then you're crazy. So I don't know what to tell you.
Well, you're reading into a person's intentions, right? Whether they're trying to solicit like
No.
a sexual arousal with their dance or not, right?
No, you're reading into the obvious purpose.
Yeah, you're the one reading into it. You're the one that's reading into all this shit. I'm just trying to fucking
It's fairly
understand
easy.
what you're reading.
If you look at the Sistine Chapel and you want to jerk off, okay, it's not reading into it. You're just crazy.
Right.
You're crazy.
No, but what about those Greek statues of the naked ladies? I mean, some of them are pretty hot. I mean, I can imagine you had no internet. You had no Playboy. You just had those statues. Wow. You think there was like a lot of horny incel types back in those days that would just sit there jerking off to those statues?
It's not intended to stimulate, although there's nudity, it's not intended to stimulate arousal. It's fairly obvious what is and isn't intended to do those things. But
isn't the point here that
people can get crazy about
what
it.
is Lav really doing with making her sex life with her husband public? Because she said it was for money, then she said she doesn't need the money, she just wants fuck you money.
She's a liar.
Then
She's
she
just a liar,
said
but
it was
that's
for
okay.
exhibitionism, but I don't want too many
No,
people to see it. Only
we're not
some people.
destitute. We're not destitute. Of course, there's never enough. I mean, you can't have enough money, right? It's like fun to have more money. You can buy random shit, right? It's always nice to have more
Sure,
money.
but there are other forms
And then
of wealth.
also, yes,
Just have
we do.
living a
We also
dignified
do.
life.
Living a dignified life, which is what Ben and Grace are doing. Right? It's like, okay. Hey, Lav, I don't know why I keep on doing that. Lav might be many things to you guys, but I think Ben and Grace, without an argument, you don't need one, are a lot less dignified.
We also do. Dignity to you looks different than it does to me. It looks different to everyone. But
No,
yes.
it is not. No, wrong.
Yes.
Maybe to you, I can imagine. I can imagine the
be a-
sex that you're having is humiliating. So being on a public stage would be very bad for you. The sex that me and my husband are having is very dignified, I think.
It's
Yeah,
not dignified to have
dignity,
sex
Bob.
on a stage, you moron. Obviously.
Right.
I don't think that that's
Yeah.
necessarily true.
Oh my god, that's such a cope.
Whatever
You
your
gotta be
cope is,
kidding
I
me.
hope you enjoy your money. But like,
What is it? What's bad about having sex
not
in front of
true.
people?
It's
I mean,
dignified to have sex
I
on a
think
You're only supposed to have sex in front of Ben.
stage.
it's worse that Ben pushes like kids being exposed to sex or like talked about it sooner than like
Oh my
Lav
god,
wanting.
I'm server muting you. You're like literally not.
It's not.
following.
It's nothing about kids. I understand the thing about kids that certain things, even art that is like super violent.
So why is
inappropriate for kids.
you having sex with someone in front of other people bad then? If everyone wants to see, like if the people you're showing want to see it,
How
why
would
is it
you
bad?
feel if your
Because-
daughter did that?
Wait a minute. Why
If my
do you-
daughter was an adult and
Yeah.
wanted to have sex in front of people with her husband, I'd be like, yeah, do your thing, girl. Like,
Let me ask you this.
I don't
Why
care.
is it important that it's exclusive between the two of you? Why is that
What-
important?
what,
If
the
someone
sex?
said- a couple of months ago, remember with husband number one, or maybe not husband number one, you said, I don't think that's an important part of sexuality and marriage. Now you do. Okay. Why is it
well,
important?
no.
that
In
it's
my marriage, it's very important. Erotic exclusivity.
No,
and
that's not
touching
true.
each
You're
other
just lying
is
now.
no.
You're
touching,
lying now
like,
because you said your first
I'm not
marriage
lying.
wasn't a marriage. You didn't say
No.
I see it that
Listen
way.
to me. You're not listening. You're not listening to me talk, which is why I think we're having misunderstandings. Is because you're talking over
No,
me.
you're lying.
I think
You're
first of all, I met my current husband while I was in a relationship with somebody else.
I like a Lav. I did it again, man. Maybe I need a drink. What the hell? Maybe Lav. No, it doesn't even matter. I can't even say her name right. I can't even say her name right. Oh shit! I even forgot what I was going to say. Man.
Right. When it was
relationship-
an open relationship.
Yes, and part
Oh,
of
no
why
big
it
deal.
opened is because I fell in love with my current husband. So I met him and I was like, oh, my husband's been
Oh, that's right. I was going to say, Lav is still trying to like really express her point to Ben, but it's not going to matter. No amount of effort is going to change anything here. Okay? Ben wants her to be a decent girl. He doesn't like what she does. And no amount of explaining it is going to change that. Yet she will try and try.
my boyfriend's been, and this is about my ex, has been in several open relationships before this. We might as well, I still love him, and I was figuring myself out. I was 22 years old. I was confused. I didn't know what I wanted, which isn't,
All right, we ended
you make
the
mistakes,
poll.
you live, you learn. I was never supposed. I was
We ended the poll with 7 whopping votes there. 85% prefers hard dicks. Hard dick pics.
never supposed to be with my ex, right? We didn't have a soul bond. I have a soul bond with my husband currently.
Okay.
and things
Well,
are
I'm not
different.
asking you about like when you were younger.
I'm telling you things are different.
I'm asking you if today
A soul bond with my husband. Okay. And she wants to share that with everyone.
with your current
There are
husband,
some people who get
but-
into marriages not based off of love, but based off of mutual agreement. And in those
I'm not
cases,
asking you
why
about
wouldn't
that.
an open relationship work?
I'm not asking you about that. I'm saying
Then what the fuck are
Do
you
you
asking,
think-
Benjamin?
in your marriage, you said it's so exclusive that I wouldn't be with another man even if my husband died.
Yes.
Okay, so I said I agree with that. You are now like understanding, and you can say, "Well, that's just me and Gwen," but like whatever. But like I think you've discovered something about marriage that you weren't aware of on husband number one. Now,
Yes, which is
if
that
if it's
different
exclusive, and
relationships
why
are
wouldn't it be
different.
private?
Okay, I'm not
you now have a-
prescribing things to the general public. I don't understand.
Ben is so upset that her relationship is not private. That she's not. It's like at the end of the day, it's like, what does it matter? What does it even really freaking matter? Especially to Ben. But whatever. I'll ask you guys. I think I already know what the answer is going to be. I already know the answer. I already know. And it's going to be the based answer. Would you guys put your sex tapes on the internet? Would you upload videos of yourself having intercourse with your girlfriend or wife or whatever? Would you do that? Yeah, PDL. Ben isn't very private about his relationship either. We know way too much. We know way too much about Ben and Grace.
Understand what you're not understanding.
Yes, you are implicitly. You're saying
no, I'm not.
You're saying this is great because we love each other.
There are some people who do not want to be in relationships like this.
You literally said what you would tell your
There
daughter.
are some people who do not want to be in relationships like the one I am in with my husband.
Hurricane says nope, unless they get paid to do it. Okay, let's say you get paid to do it then.
An idiot. You literally said what you would tell a theoretical daughter of yours about sex and sexual relationships. So you're saying
okay,
these rules
shut
generally
the fuck up for a
apply.
second. You are getting confused because you cannot keep up. There are certain people.
I can bridge this. Lav is saying touching and sexual contact is exclusively with her husband. People watching them is not breaking that exclusivity. Am I right? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, but I'm also saying that there are different relationships for different people. There are some people who, if you are in a relationship out of necessity or because you guys are friends and business partners rather than you feel soul bonded and spiritually connected, and if that's the kind of relationship that you want, if you guys are more analytical, business-minded people, I don't understand, of course you can have an open relationship. Of course something like that would work.
I don't think about that. I don't think that's true. I don't think anybody can have an open relationship. I mean, you would have to be so rich and have it like so locked down and just not care. But even then, that's not even a marriage then. It's a marriage on paper. And that's a whole other like lifestyle, man. That's like politician level. That's like rich, like businessman level. That's insane level, dude. The types that would like, we're both halves, you know, the husband and wife are going out flying on private jets and going to their little parties, doing their little stuff, meeting with all sorts of people. You know what I mean by that. No. What I'm saying is open relationships are a bad idea. We've seen it time and time again because of the internet, because many streamers have, championed it, promoted it, and it usually, time and time again, fails. I wonder why.
Work. Because you're not soul bonded to each other. You don't feel deep emptiness when you see someone touch your partner.
If your son is into non-consensual sex, that might work for him too, right? Okay. No, you moron.
What are you saying?
No, you moron. It's not whatever works for you. There are
saying between consenting adults, Ben. What are you?
Why should it be between? You said it's kinky and naughty to get raped by 20 black men next to a dumpster. I mean,
it's not what it is, but it's also wrong and illegal because there's no consent, Ben.
But you said that your neighbor non-consensually looking at you and jerking off.
Consent? That's consent. We're giving consent. You fucking dumbass.
What about you, Ben? When you looked at that lady that was stripping in the window, and you do that multiple times because she was beautiful and is beautiful to look at. Did she give you consent? So according to Lav here is saying they would actually give consent. Now Lav sounds like she is wild for sure. Absolutely. Like a very kinky girl. Okay. The type that you do not bring the mother. Okay. Well, now I'm just singing the lyrics to Brick House. Okay. Or no, I'm singing Super Freak, not Brick House. Wrong song. Super Freak. She's a super freak, super freaky. Yeah. She knows all the boys in the band. But I'm her favorite member. Yeah. That's what Lav is. For sure. If Lav went backstage for a band, every member would have a turn. Probably at the same time. Is that wrong? No, man, that's right. I mean, It might be wrong what I just painted there, but it was accurate.
No, it is. If you look out the
How is
window,
that not consent? We like it. And he-
Let's get to 20 likes. Let's get to 20 likes. Let's do that. Maybe 25 likes. No shots, no booze. Trying to do better for the health here, okay? I can't do that every stream. Okay. But what you get is my gratitude.
asked you. Your neighbor has not asked you. It's only consent.
It's our
after.
home. Then he needs to look away and stop looking into our home.
He has penetrated your home non-consensually with his eyes. Then you say, "I now consent," because you like naughty stuff, which I think is normal.
The consent is always there. We're consenting.
No, there is
That
no
is a
implied
fantastic
consent.
picture of me.
There is no implied consent in having sexual activity in the privacy of your home. There's no implied consent that other people can crawl up your windows.
No. To other people, yes. To other people, yes. For us, we don't care about stuff like that.
I should have been taking notes. It sounds like Ben has been talking to Grok about this, which is like his attorney. I should have been taking notes because maybe that could help me with my whole problem of jumping over the fence and looking through the window with binoculars as my neighbors go at it. Oh, PDL pointed out that Grace flip-flops. Well, yeah. I do remember that. Yeah, Grace did respond in that way, saying, let me just read what we put there. PDL says, a reminder of what Grace originally said about Spicoli's remarks regarding Maggie. I generally don't care, and from what I heard, I personally didn't take much offense.
We think that people watching us is hot. So
now, is Spicoli truly banned from their chat? You know that? I don't think he was banned from that moment, though. I think I saw his name there.
Our neighbor watching
so you might say there are women who actually prefer non-consensual sex. There are, but I don't think you would tell your son like that's the way to go because that might work out for you. And you'll only find out once you penetrate them non-consensually, right? You idiot.
Okay, Ben, I don't. Sure, consent is sort of an iffy conversation.
Okay, what about that for the simps? You have Grace eating a banana. I mean, talk about indecency, right? Grace, where's the decency? You need to go off screen for that. Look at that. You need to get off screen. That right there? No. That is simp bait. Look at that. King, are you still here? Look at that, King. What's that doing for you? Dead man gutter mine. No, I'm trying to help you guys. The ones that are still simps. Look at this. If you're a simp for Grace, you need to look at this and say, no, that's bad.
Right? You idiot.
Okay, Ben, I don't. Sure, consent is sort of an iffy conversation, but what you're conflating things that I think shouldn't be conflated.
No, I'm not. I'm just using common sense, and you lack it. But that's fine. You can continue being obscene. I just think you should recognize you don't have an exclusive relationship with your husband if thousands and millions of people are involved in it. Sorry. You just have a doming relationship. You have you're having a cuck relationship with thousands of people.
Sure, my husband is the bowl for in cuckolding thousands of people.
Yeah, you have what you're doing is literally creating a cuck chamber.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Oh my God, my cuck chamber is the new name of my Discord.
And that is not two people having exclusive.
Well, that's not a cuck chamber. That's an exhibitionist chamber, really. Unless the person watching is going to have a turn with Lav. And the guy watches.
That's all I'm saying. And if you want to say it is, you're wrong. And when your kids say, that's disgusting, Mom, they're right. And they will say that. That's disgusting of both you and Dad to do that. Now, I can give you an example. I found out recently that, because you say, oh, kids, they love everything. I found out recently, non-consensually, non-asking, my mother said that when she was when we were young, that she engaged in a threesome with my father and the man who later became my stepfather. Now, I, first of all, don't think she should have told me that.
Wait, the man who later became my stepfather? So his mother had a threesome with his father and a man that would later become his stepfather. So that man would then eventually marry the grandmother? I know that's not blood, but weird fucking sex stuff has been part of the Thorp family line, man. But that is... Man, I need to get a whiteboard and draw this out for it to make sense to me. Yeah, I think I need to get a whiteboard. Yep, the stepfather was Ben's dad's best friend. Oh wait, he said stepfather, not step grandfather. Oh, okay. For some reason, I heard it that way. Okay, hold on. That would have been wild.
Kids, they love everything. I found out recently, non-consensually, non-asking, my mother's
a step grandfather would be crazy. That would be freaking wild.
Said that when she was much
because I was thinking, wait. I was thinking old geezer was there. That's what I was thinking.
When we were young, that she engaged in a threesome with my father and the man who later became my stepfather. Now, I, first of all, don't think she should have told me that because I think that's really disturbing, and I think she should have taken that to the grave with her. But if she had filmed it and sent it out on the internet and said, like you, I'm sure the bots will figure everything out by then, and they didn't, and they won't for you either, I would say that makes it doubly sort of offensive to me. It's bad enough that you did it. It's secondly bad enough that you talked about it, and it'd be much, much worse if you filmed it. And your kids will feel the same way about you, and everyone fucking knows that, Lav. And I would just consider being...
Yeah. Ben's dad definitely got cucked, for sure. And Ben's mom, well, very kinky girl. Very kinky girl. Super freak.
My kids will be
and they don't care about your fucking
$30,000.
Yeah, they would like you to be dignified people. All children would like their parents to be dignified people, especially...
What about your kids? To you, do they think you're dignified? Of all the stuff that's out there about the Thorps? Oh, come on. You can girl laugh about a lot of stuff, but this... dignity? That's not your area, man. That's not your area, Ben.
They have a choice. But if they don't have a choice, and you said like there was no way.
Ooh, 20 likes. We're gonna crack open a beer. No, we're not.
It'll be understandable.
Yeah, okay, then maybe you should stop actively trying to pursue women in front of your young daughter. What about that? What about talking about undignified you're talking about obscene things in front of her constantly every single day. I'm sure that you did it before she was 22.
That is true. You do, Ben.
Talking about obscene things?
Yeah, you talked to her about like what porn she liked.
Yeah, I'm sure that you showed her obscene things as well. Your kids want you to be dignified people.
Oh, now we're getting into Lav's fantasy life. What did Daddy do to you?
No, but there's a clip.
There's a whole.
I'll get the doll.
Oh, RD, shut the fuck up.
I'll get the doll.
Go anally rape your wife, okay? Your so-called wife. Get the fuck out of here. Go do some Satan worship.
Look. That guy was going to talk about a clip, and they just shut that down real fast.
Now, yeah, I agree. You could make the same criticism of me that you shouldn't talk about things like blowjobs with your 22-year-old daughter. I don't really think in 2025 that is obscene. I don't really see it.
Talking about blowjobs with your daughter is not obscene? I think we operate on totally different definitions of what obscene is. Let's throw some tomatoes at Ben. Throw some tomatoes. This is not good. Talking about BJ's with your daughter is not obscene, according to Ben. That could also be a shirt. Yeah, that could also be a shirt. I was slapping her lumpy butt. That's just art, bro. yeah, that's art.
I as part of as a front facing in a Catholic school, talked about blowjobs with 16, 17-year-old boys as part of the curriculum of moral theology. I don't see any problem with that. It's something that is part of our culture, and I think it's normal to have an educated adult talk about children when they're that age about it. I don't think you disagree.
You know what
with
though,
that.
Lav knows.
But
all
I wasn't
of this.
showing him.
Lav
I wasn't
knows all
showing
this.
him videos of my wife blowing me and saying like, "See, kids, that's what it is, right? That's the difference between you and me."
That's not what.
But she's not saying she wants to do that. Like Ben is arguing about something that's not like she's saying the opposite. She's saying she doesn't want to show her kids this stuff, and she hopes they don't find it. That's it.
I would be doing with my children either. Like,
Well, I'm
in
just
what
saying-
world would I be doing that
I'm
with
just
my
saying-
children?
I'm just saying we didn't watch videos of blowjobs, right?
Yeah, my
Because that's
children will
the
not
thing.
be watching
Well,
videos
these
of
weren't
me
children
giving their.
either. These weren't children.
Okay, my children will not be watching my porn with my husband either.
Yes, they
I don't know
will.
what to tell
They will
you.
see it.
They
will
will.
see it.
They will, and they'll
see
be
it.
ashamed
No,
of
they-
it.
I mean, they will eventually find it. They will. And that's their situation to take care of. I mean, that's going to be an awkward conversation.
They'll be ashamed of both of
they
you, and
won't.
rightly so.
Yes,
they
they
will.
will.
Wait,
and they'll
who's
be
showing
ashamed
them?
of
Who's
you,
showing
and
them?
rightly so. I will. I've got a little file going.
Friends at their
You're
school,
gonna-
friends at their
you're
school
gonna
who
show
figure out
my
who you are.
children?
Their friends at their school
No,
who
they-
figure out who you are.
And
They're gonna
even
show
if
them
they
that.
do, I will completely be scrubbed. Try to find the full sex tape right now. Try to find it.
You think you're
Go
in
ahead.
charge? You're in control. You said you think you're in control of the internet, Lav. You're not in control of the internet, sorry, sister.
Definitely have controls over the internet.
And it'll be used
No.
to shame your children.
No,
that
and
you're
you're.
a whore.
This goes to your idea. Like, I'm going to keep my kids. From
And
access to
who
porn.
cares?
No,
Our
you're
kids
not.
are going. Our
You're
kids
not.
are going to have good self-esteem. Yes, their parents
not
are going
with
to
their
be
parents
free.
selling their sex tapes.
Well, you should do better.
That's
That's what
not
I'm saying. You
true.
should do
That's
better.
not true. That's
Don't make
absolutely not true.
excuses
Just
for being
like
a
I
bad
said,
parent.
Tim's friends whose parents did the exact same thing. Everyone was just like, "Yeah, your parents are fucking perverts," and it was a joke, and everyone laughed about it, and nothing ever came of it. And he's completely.
What do you mean nothing
normal.
ever came of it? He didn't put a bullet to his brain. That's your standard.
No, he
Okay,
laughs
fine.
about it. He
Your
still
kids
loves
might
his
not kill
parents. He has an
themselves.
extremely positive relationship with his parents. It's not a thing in the community. Nobody gives a fuck. I got a job,
Then why is
a
it a
very
joke?
good job. Nobody gave a fuck. Like, it's just.
Right, you're
it's
saying
just-
you're just coping by saying like it's not going to destroy their lives. Sure, it won't destroy their lives.
It won't
but it's
destroy their
just-
lives. It'll be a
it's just
blemish,
growth.
certainly.
It's growth. Okay, good. So you want to blemish your children's lives? Okay.
You,
Why-
there's
how
certainly
about
you
no?
blemish.
How about no?
You ruined Grace. You literally ruined
this is
Grace,
false
and you're
equivalency.
talking about
no,
me.
no, no. See, now you're on the
Yeah.
defensive,
Fucking
and you're.
asshole.
We got company in this shed. That was not a June bug. That was a fucking tree roach. I don't know where it went. If I see that motherfucker, it's dead. Not an Asmongold. I don't live in filth. I just stream in a fucking shed.
You're
like Destiny.
saying that it has
Fucking
to do with
assholes
us.
like Destiny did that. Fucking assholes like Destiny did that.
No,
And we're
that's
gonna
not
sue his
true.
little
That's
fucking.
not true.
Dude, if it crawls up my leg, I'll be freak. Oh, I'm. Oh, Mandalorian has a good chat here. Dead man. What a lot of people tend to forget is that Ben on a couple streams has objectified his 16-year-old daughter when she was 15 and told Grace that she were to replace Grace. That's right. That's right. I don't have the clip here to play it, but I vaguely remember hearing that. Yeah, that's what I saw. It was flying by. You probably saw it on video. It was flying by, and it was not the size of a June bug. It was a big old motherfucker. So now I'm looking to see if it's somewhere where I can kill it. I don't know where it's at. It's hiding. It's lurking. I don't think it's on the desk. I would have seen it by now. That big old motherfucker. And you know I'm amped because I'm cussing. I don't really cuss like that. Need assault rifle. Yeah, for sure. Gotta get one of them.
So many people love Grace and want her to succeed, and you are like a blemish in her life. She doesn't get certain opportunities because of you, Ben.
Lav, you're here because of me, because you like fucking around with daddy. I know that.
What are you fucking around with, daddy? Yes, I do like you. I do like you. I'm definitely not flirting with you. And if you're getting that idea, let me stop it in its tracks, because I'm definitely not flirting with you. I think of you as like a fun friend figure, but there's nothing other than
you
that.
have flirted with me.
But I do.
I mean, you have flirted with
because
me.
Because I like attention.
It's playful. It's playful, Lav. Yes, I understand. I would never touch a.
But a lot of people kind of casually flirt in interactions. Kind of in a playful manner, you know? Look, man, as a guy, anytime I interact with a woman, depending on the vibe, you can get a vibe. Sometimes there's like playful jokes. Sometimes there's like, I wouldn't even really call that flirting. That's not really flirting. It's just, you know, I want to have fun interactions. I like asking people questions and stuff, and yeah. Anyway,
whore like you, and you can say the same for me. But like, believe me, I get it. You're a very attractive woman, but you're obviously crazy. I would never...
Okay, right here, I heard this part. Do you think Ben is actually secretly fishing for some nudes? Listen to him.
Touch you in a million years, but it is fun. You're a fun person on the internet to have a flirtatious relationship.
You can't fire me. I quit. You can't fire me. I quit. I would never want to touch a whore like you.
I mean,
Ben, I like you. I like
break,
hanging out with you. I like to pick your brain. I think that your way of thought is very interesting. I think you're very intelligent. I think that the way that you push conversational boundaries is extremely interesting. But there is. Oh my god! Holy cow! Holy cow! No, but you have certainly. There is in the zeitgeist. Most people are not as understanding as me, and I think that Grace has lost some. You have asthma, and you're a smoker, Grace.
I don't technically have asthma. I just
technically have asthma.
have a very sensitive throat. It's not good though. It's not good. Yeah. Working on
yes,
it.
Now see, Grace won't say that smoking is good because it gives.
And who gave her that habit,
money.
Ben? Who gave your daughter the habit of smoking? Is it the man smoking a cigarette right now?
Yeah, but your parents never stopped you from smoking. All because they smoke, and they'll be like, "Oh, well, it'd be hypocritical if we stopped her." No, you can still stop her.
Both of my parents smoked for years. When I was 17, I started stealing their cigarettes.
This was from today, little fat ass.
And you,
None of my other kids smoke.
Grace.
None of my other kids smoke.
Yeah.
Did you smoke around her?
None of your other kids
She
Smoked around her, never stopped her. She stole the smokes. Okay. But you never caught her? You couldn't smell it? Come on.
She stole
Did you
cigarettes.
smoke around her? Did you fight with your wife around her when she was growing up?
Yeah.
You don't think that's a blemish? You don't think that's a blemish on Grace's life?
No, her mother.
You don't think?
No, that's all the mom's fault. Yeah.
You don't think being in a loveless, crazy, toxic relationship was a blemish on your kids' lives?
I mean, they wouldn't be here without it, so it's like kind of hard to.
And our children wouldn't be here without us doing fucking porn and being weird, perverted freaks.
By the way, they're talking about hypothetical kids because Ben keeps on pressing this freaking issue. They don't even have kids yet.
I'm saying yes. I'm not like Lav. I'm not.
Yes, of course we are. Of course, that is a general harm.
Saying,
yes, I understand we could potentially harm our children, but we are doing everything we can to mitigate that risk.
Well, no, you're not, because you don't have to do the porn. But if you had to do the porn for money, okay, fine.
Yes, within the confines of doing the porn, yes.
Okay, but Grace isn't saying like. She isn't doing like you and saying like smoking is good for you. It's actually like really blah blah blah. She's
doing
saying
porn was good for you either.
Doing
I don't
porn is
think
not
said-
good
no,
for
I
your
don't- no,
future
no, no, no.
family.
You
your
said-
I
current
think it's
relationship.
good for future
I'm
children. I think
saying
that
smoking is actively not good for me, but I do it anyways because it's a bad habit. You're saying no, porn is a perfectly healthy expression of me and my husband's exhibition kink.
Lev, I
You're
don't
not
think that's
being
really
honest.
true. I think
no,
I think it-
no,
Lev, wait,
hold
wait,
on.
wait,
Let
wait.
me fucking talk, Ben. Shut up, because there is a nuance in this. Yes, I think that sexes can be in many boxes. One sexual act can be in many boxes. I don't think that it's a bad thing, but I think that potentially exhibitionism is a countercultural thing. It is potentially harmful, of course. You do things
Countercultural
to
doesn't
mitigate.
mean, like, what
Yes,
you think
it's-
it means.
I don't think. What do you think?
How is it
means, Ben?
countercultural?
Countercultural could mean like listening to the blues when white people. You're talking about
Yes,
something
it
that's
is-
antisocial.
Really, what you need to do, guys. You know it's counterculture, right? What counterculture would be is if you groom your daughter. Oh man, see, you knew I was gonna go there. It's right there. It's right there.
It's not anti-social
It's like too easy.
to have sex
Yes.
and want people to watch you. It's so natural, but it's
No,
also
that's
potentially
weird.
deeply
That's
inappropriate.
That's weird.
No, okay, but Lev, see, I don't actually think that
It's not
you
true.
and your
Watching people
husband-
have sex is
Hold
what
on
we
a
do
minute.
every. It's one of the
Hold
most
on a minute.
common things
Lev.
that we do every single day. That's what porn is. It's voyeurism. What do you think?
Yes.
That voyeurism necessitates exhibitionism. You fucking idiot.
So you're saying porn stars are
Lev,
exhibitionists? No, they're
Grace,
not.
Yes, they are, Grace. Porn stars, by the very definition, are expeditionists. They want people to watch them have sex. That was a dumb thing for Grace to say.
Say,
Go ahead.
Oh my
Go
god.
ahead.
Lev, I don't think I've seen videos because I've looked.
Oh my
at porn, okay?
God.
I've seen videos.
Of course
where
you
there's a
have.
where there's a large crowd of people and photographers and all this stuff, and there's a literal stage and there's a bed on the stage, and two people perform sexual acts in front of.
And why
like
is
a large
nobody
crowd of
acknowledging how
Hold on a
beautiful I
minute.
am with that Photoshop in the chat? Thank you.
You are very attractive. I think you're a 10, absolute 10.
Thank you.
But you don't have to send me a nude for me to say that, and I would prefer that you don't,
Once again, Ben is fishing for a nude.
especially
And
now
I
that you're
know-
married. No. Wait a second, Lev. Do you?
He says you don't have to send it to me. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Did you notice Grace got her phallic inhaler and shakes it just after Ben in immediate jerking off? Go play it. Let me see. Come on. It wasn't that far back, was it? Wait, you and the banana. Did I pass it up? I might have passed it up. And I'm just
But if she had filmed it and sent it out on the internet and said like you, I'm sure the bots will figure everything. Actually,
Yeah, you talked to her about like what porn she liked. when
After that
picked
you
up the
showed
mic.
her obscene things as well. Your kids want you to be dignified people.
oh, now we're getting into Lab's fantasy life. What did
Oh my
Daddy do
God.
to you?
No, but there's
I
a
get
clip.
it. There's a
There's a
whole.
clip
I'll get the tape.
Oh, RD, shut the fuck
I'll
up.
get the
Give a fuck. Like it's
Crowd
somebody
of
acknowledging how
Hold on a
beautiful I
minute.
am with that Photoshop. Not flirting with you, and if you're getting that idea, let me stop it in its tracks because I'm definitely not flirting with you. I think of you as like a fun
Oh.
friend figure, but there's nothing other than
You
that.
have flirted with.
In the confines of doing the porn, yes.
somewhere around here.
Okay, but Grace isn't saying like. She isn't doing like you and saying like smoking is good for you. It's actually like really blah blah blah. She's
Doing
just saying
porn
that's
was
a bad
good for
habit.
you either.
Doing
I don't
porn is
think you
not
said-
good
no,
for
I
your
don't-
no,
future
no, no, no.
family.
No,
You
I
said-
don't think it's good.
It's a little bit. I need to go back just a little bit because now they're talking about that. That's because of the smoking. Let's go back. Let's start right here.
Why
Yes,
can't
I
you just
understand
say-
we could
why can't
potentially
you
harm
just-
our children, but we are doing
Okay,
everything.
I'm not, like Lev, I'm not.
Yes, of course
scolding you.
we are. Of course, that is, our children wouldn't be here without us doing fucking porn and being weird, perverted freaks.
I mean, they wouldn't be here without it, so it's like kind of hard to.
And
say.
yes, and our children wouldn't be here without us doing fucking porn and being weird, perverted freaks.
I'm saying yes. I'm not like Lev. I'm not.
Yes, of course
scolding you
we are. Of course, that is
to a standard of
that is a
perfection.
general
I'm just
harm.
saying. Why
Yes,
can't
I
you just
understand
say-
we could
why can't
potentially
you
harm
just-
our children, but we are doing
Okay,
everything we
okay.
can to mitigate that risk.
Well, no, you're not, because you don't have to do the porn. But if you had to do the porn for money, okay, fine.
Yes, within the confines of doing the porn. Yes.
Okay, but Grace isn't saying like she isn't doing like you and saying like smoking is good for you. It's actually
See, talking about the smoking. I know. It was like 2 minutes ago. It was like so far. it is so close, but like, I don't know why it's not. And I'm just going by really just pressing the back button.
Working on
Yes.
it.
Now see, Grace won't say that smoking is good.
Okay, we're close to it. There we go.
Holy cow! No, but there's certainly there is in the zeitgeist. Most people are not as understanding as me, and I think that Grace has lost some. You have asthma and you're a smoker, Grace?
I don't technically have asthma. I just have a very sensitive throat.
So she gets the inhaler and shakes it.
Is extremely interesting. But there is.
Okay, Ben is jerking off. He's doing a fake jerk off there.
Oh my god! Holy cow!
There we
Holy
go.
cow. No, but there's certainly
Ben's jerking off, and then Grace gets her inhaler.
there is in the zeitgeist. Most people are not as understanding as me, and I think that Grace
Is there a connection there? What do you guys think?
has lost some. You have asthma and you're a smoker, Grace?
Oh, let's skip this part.
Lev, I don't
not
think that's
being
really
honest.
true.
Countercultural.
I think that voyeurism necessitates. Thank you.
You are very attractive. I think they're.
You cut out again.
I wouldn't want you to send me, although I think you are absolutely gorgeous. I wouldn't want a nude picture from you because you're married. If you were single, no.
Please don't send me any nudes. Please don't send me any nudes. I know you're married. I'm.
Problem. I would love it.
No, I think
I'm
not lying.
Of course.
I'm not lying. I wouldn't want to
No,
do that.
I feel very
married.
similar. Yeah, I feel similar. I
also
can't
think
bridge
that-
the gap
I think
between why I think it's okay for me and why I also get the feeling of ick. I also would not want to see nudes of like a married couple either. I don't know why that's in my brain. I just like it is what it is.
Well, let me suggest something to you just as an experiment. I don't think that if it was this kind of setup where it's like a full sex club sex act and you're having sex with your husband in front of actual people and there's like cameras coming up, I think you would say like that's a little much. I think there's something about it being like that is like
No, Ben, I think Lav has really proven the point that she would probably say yes to that.
acceptable to you, but that like actually having let's say having a porn shoot with like a videographer and a sound guy and all that stuff, I don't think you'd find that to be.
It's always sex with these guys.
Do you agree? I actually think you'd be a little.
That is
like,
true. It is always sex with the Thorps.
Yeah, it's always sex.
Theo, it's called reading the room. It's called social skills. When you come into a place, you don't just go, "Hey, what's up? Okay, can you fill me in?" Listen for a little bit, and you will understand what's going on, and then you can make contribution. You can go in the side chat and say, "Hey, what's up? What's going on here?" You don't use your voice to do that, right?
Gotcha.
You don't walk
Gotcha,
into a
Ben.
goddamn
you're
theater in the
right,
middle of a
you're
movie
right,
and say,
you're right.
"What's the plot? Fill me in."
Ben, you're right. I'm sorry.
Lev, what
Hey,
I'm
Grace,
curious
can you
though,
tell us what's
what is your actual response to that though?
To what? Sorry, I was
like the actual on stage with like 100 people watching and cameras and sound and lighting. I think you would feel a little like that's immoderate. You would just be like
I
a little
wouldn't
bit like,
want to. That's it's Ben. Like I said, it's controlled. So there's certain things I'm not okay with. Like a big room like that, I would not be okay with. But like, I don't like.
What about if there was a camera?
You know what's very normal. You know what's very normal is like a group of friends who've been friends for a while. They get wives and stuff. Everyone's drunk at a party. The wives start kissing each other. Right? It's not potential.
Whoa! I mean. I don't know about that being normal. I've never experienced that. How normal is that? Any ladies in the chat want to comment about how normal that is?
It's not like the most normal thing. No, it's not the most normal thing, but it certainly happens in a lot of like younger relationships of like a lot of young.
You know what's normal? Key parties. You know what a key party is? No. Everyone at the party put keys in the bowl. And at the end of the party, you get to take that car home. That's what's going on with that. You get to take the car home for sure.
People are married, and that's like it's not extremely unusual or obscene.
Yeah, I'm not saying no. I understand it's 2025. A lot of unusual stuff has been normalized. I don't think it's a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal if I was trying to get a young man that we spent some time in California. I was trying to get him to go. We went to gay bars, and I'm not gay, but I think it's important that if a young man has these kind of feelings, that he should explore these feelings and he freaked out for 8 hours with me. But I wanted to watch Brokeback Mountain with him because I think it would be. I don't think that, like, I'm not like this sexual Puritan. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, you're obviously not a sexual Puritan.
And even if he was to experiment with it or something like that, I think that might do him more good than harm. Granted that he's not going to mature as a person pretending that he doesn't have these experiences. So I'm very liberal in many ways. I don't, but I'm just saying that I think sometimes you're
interesting, PDL. Possibly.
You're not, you know there's a line, but you pretend there isn't a line, but then there is a line and there isn't a line. And I just think you should be consistent. But you're a woman, so whatever, you'll do whatever you
I'm showing my age. That's 70 shit. I wish I could say I lived that time. No. I got that from a classic sitcom that's one of a kind called News Radio with Phil Hartman. Yeah. Good show.
You want to do. And but I do think you could tighten it up a little bit.
It seems.
I do understand nuance. And I'm expressing nuance to you in that you say exhibition has limits. You know, you're saying for you. But this is what I would ask you. What if there was a professional cameraman, okay, who's done a million porn shoots, so he's not going to get involved in the sexual activity, and a director who's directing like the lighting and stuff? Would you do that, or would you say like, nah?
I do. Probably not.
What?
No, I like the confines of like me and my husband in our bedroom, and then deciding who gets to see it.
Okay, right. So
you don't want to invite a production team in there, and okay,
there is some degree to which you would say there's something about that would kind of ruin the act, right?
Yeah, when you like make it extremely like performative to like a mass audience, I think it loses a little bit of
right.
heart.
And to some extent, you become like sexual props, right? And it's kind of like you have to like do the act in a way that the lighting and the camera can get right in there, and you start feeling like an object that's being used by, let's say, the industry.
Sure, and if we were having a different sort of sex on camera, I'd feel uncomfortable. Also, I think it's like it's a number of things.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that if you extend that a little bit, you can see how one could say that any camera in there. But I have no problem with married people having like taking videos of themselves. I have no problem with that and holding on to the video.
Key lime pie parties. Oh man, no man, not them. No, that's way too advanced, dude. A PDL, you don't want to know what a key lime party is, okay? Now we're just carrying on. We're moving on, okay?
Video, no problem whatsoever. Keeping it private between them. I don't have any problem with that at all. So I mean, maybe our lines aren't as far away as you might think, but I'm just curious. I think that you have a little bit of non-exclusivity in your relationship, but like
of people desiring us and wanting.
So Ben is thinking that Lav has a chance to become a decent woman. Okay. Honestly, chat, how would you rate Lav on a scale between 1 and 10 on decency? 1 would be there's no decency whatsoever. It is a hoe for show. 10 is like, I guess a sexual Puritan.
Wanting us, sure.
I think you're sharing something that shouldn't be shared.
That's fine that you believe that, yeah.
Yeah, and I think there's obvious reasons why that would be, but I think that you are kind of like brain damaged from your previous experiences, and so you're getting there, and I think you're a person of goodwill, and I wish you the best. I'm glad you're happy. It sounds to me like this marriage is much better than the last one. In a few months, we'll see if number 3 is another step forward where you're not doing.
We've been married.
Together.
We've been married for longer than I was married to my ex, and we've been together
how long?
for 3 years, almost a year.
How long have you been married for? Almost a year. Well, that's a long time for a marriage.
And we are
for a marriage. A long time for a marriage? A year? I guess. By today's standards, I guess.
Yeah, we've been together for basically 3 years. But I think that, and I
you've
think
been
we'll
having
be
sexual
forever.
relations.
No, not for 3 years. No.
Oh well, you've known each other for 3 years.
We've been in love with each other for 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well that's great. I wish you the best. Of course, you know that. I think it's great that you're going to make some beautiful children. I think when you have those beautiful children,
And we're gonna fuck
more
them
of
up
what
so bad. We're gonna fuck them up so bad, just like you fucked up Grace. We're gonna have Grace point oh. We're gonna have Grace point 2.
I think Grace is a wonderful young woman. I don't.
So
think
do
she has
I.
anything to
And
be
I think
ashamed
you.
of.
I think you traumatized her, and still she is resilient, valiant. I would be proud to have a daughter like Grace.
Right. So you can say whoever was the person behind it, did a great job with her, or you can say she did a great job with herself.
Even if you fuck up their kids, you have to offset the fuck up with compensation in other ways, like making them very smart, resilient.
I'm sure that her relationship with you is what has made her overcome all the horrors of having a relationship with me, and I'm sure that fits into your fantasy world of different lives or whatever nonsense you conjure up.
What are you talking about, Ben?
I think that when you actually
Ben, that's right. Okay, because Ben's not going to tolerate that. He's gonna lash back.
Have children, you may. I think you could admit this. When you actually have children, which I really hope you do, you might see some of what I'm saying in a different light. Could you admit that you may understand things from in the light of experience?
What do you think I'm not? What do you think I'm not?
I think that is saying you're not really thinking about how your kids are affected by you, like pretty much making porn.
Well, it's not just.
I know that our kids.
It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I'm saying it's not a big deal, but you may see it differently in the light of experience. Like, and other things you might be more liberal about. Like, for example, a lot of people, and I watch this VC erupt, but like a lot of people think it's a big deal to have sex in front of, let's say, a baby. It's not.
Yeah. What? Don't have sex in front of a baby? Don't have sex in front of a baby at all. Don't do that. Absolutely, that is wrong. Let's back up and hear that again.
It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I'm saying it's not a big deal, but you may see it differently in the light of experience. Like, and other things you might be more liberal about. Like, for example, a lot of people, and I watch this VC erupt, but like a lot of people think it's a big deal to have sex in front of, let's say, a baby. It's not.
Yeah, it is. Like, why would you have intercourse in front of a baby, around the baby? What are you talking about? You put the baby down for its nap, and you go into the other room, and you do it there. You don't combine the rooms. You do not do that. First off, it's going to wake up the baby. Second off, it's wrong. That should have been the first one. First off, it's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. But it's also impossible because you would wake up the baby.
And
wait, like how old? I don't think that's a big deal.
A baby, breastfeeding, or something
that's
like
extremely normal to have sex in front of a baby that doesn't understand it.
What are these people talking about? It's not normal to have sex in front of a baby. What are they talking about? We're talking about a baby. Who's having intercourse in front of a baby? What kind of savages run this earth? Like,
well, a lot of these people would say I should go to jail for saying
yeah,
that.
because they're deranged.
They're crazy.
Yeah.
But also something like, and I don't know if you feel this is obscene, but like Grace and her mother had a breastfeeding war, in which Grace would. They had a lot of women have trouble with breastfeeding who have social problems with social skills. So Grace would, there was this her mother's breast would get too full, and then they would dump into almost drown her in milk, which would cause her to vomit. And then she'd be but it would also cause more production, and then she would be voraciously hungry because she didn't digest the milk that she received, and so the next time she'd be sucking super hard and again vomit. Anyways, it has to do with her mother having a little bit of hostility issues that weren't resolved. But anyways, what I would,
what you think Courtney was intentionally trying to drown Grace with her breast milk? Next, we're going to hear that Ben had to help out and had to drink from the tit as well. Otherwise, it'd just be wasted milk.
I would end up trying to relieve some of the extra pressure by, having a snack. So a lot of people think that's crazy or whatever, because otherwise it just goes down the drain,
So Ben and Grace at the same time would be breastfeeding from Courtney. Okay. It just doesn't stop getting weird with these people.
Or you can save it and freeze it, but what are you going to do with it? And so a lot of people would think that's crazy. But so in other words, sometimes Grace was on one nipple and I was on the other one. And you know,
Oh my god,
That's-
what the fuck
things
am I
like
hearing?
that.
That is not that fucking weird. I understand the shock of that, but like seeing your wife breastfeed your child is probably extremely erotic. And if the child
and then
is
you want to
young
go, like,
enough to
breastfeed
not
It's not erotic at all. There's nothing erotic about that at all. What this is insane.
There's side that's
remember
crazy, dude.
No, it's not really. And then other times, like with Grace, she'd be crawling around, and when they're little kids, they're just like little animals. So she would sometimes try to suckle off of me, which I thought was funny because
That's
you know,
normal for
a nipple's
kids
a
to do.
nipple.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cruel to do to kids because they're like, what the fuck, dude? You know what I mean?
Like my family
No,
guy.
but but most people, I think most dads have
So Ben tried to breastfeed Grace? Is that what I'm hearing? Or was it Grace was just so hungry for any nipple?
done that and think it's like funny. It's like
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
a thing. Yes.
Right. But what I'm saying is a lot of Discord type people would be like this guy RD if he's
Yeah,
still
because
listening,
they're
would be writing notes
pedophiles
for
and
his
so they're
things.
hyper aware of
Very, very weird. All this is weird.
pedophilia.
Or they just have no experience of it. You know what I mean? Like, so
Hey,
but
hey,
a lot of
Lav,
these things like change with experience. You just, I don't know, certain things you're more aware of, like maybe some subtle things. Other things you don't give a shit about, like literally shit and piss and like dicks and balls. Like you just don't care. You know, like just clean the fucking thing up. You know what I mean? You very quickly it loses this like, oh my gosh, I'm touching my daughter's vagina. It's like just clean the shit out. You know what I mean? So some of that, but then there is
It's
a
also
certain-
it's my birthday.
Well, that's a weird time to announce it's your birthday. When Ben's talking about, like, I understand when you have babies, you are using the wipes. You're cleaning down there. Never had to get up into the vag. Ben. A simple baby wipe. Maybe 1, 2, maybe 3, depending on the maybe it's a blowout. Maybe you need 6. Maybe you need a whole bunch, but Lav wants to breastfeed by Ben too. Yeah, it's her birthday. Yeah.
Happy birthday!
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
Like
I'm
you were
27
saying,
years old.
you were saying that your grandfather at a certain point like hugged you differently when you became a young woman. And I think
Yeah.
that kind of stuff can be subtly, even though I'm not saying your grandfather's
It's
a bad person or anything
traumatizing.
like that. It can
No,
be
it was extremely traumatizing.
yeah, because it's a kind of way of like saying I understand you're
That I am
sexual,
unsafe. That my
Yeah.
sexuality is unsafe, and that it's in
So
the room
that's
with
some-
us. Yeah.
Yeah, that sort of stuff I think can have a subtle way of disturbing a young woman, especially those years, 11, 12, 13 years old. It's tricky how you handle it.
Hey,
And
you don't
those
say,
can have
Ben.
lasting effects. Whereas
Huh?
when the kid's 1 year old, and you know what I mean, like you and your wife are going at it, and the kid gets like cum on its face, it's just like it doesn't matter.
Sorry.
What the? What? Hear that again.
Those can have lasting effects. Whereas when the kid's 1 year old, and you know what I mean, like you and your wife are going at it, and the kid gets like cum on its face, it's just like it doesn't matter.
Sorry.
You know, it's just an accidental discharge. You know, he just shot the load so far it made it. I made it all the way to the crib. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, let's continue.
Sorry. What?
Quote that. I mean, you know,
Did I
she's
just
jacking
hear?
you off, and the kid gets cum on its face. It sounds bad, but you just clean it off. The kid
What?
doesn't know what's going on, and it's no big deal. It's not going to traumatize the kid for life because it's just like, what's going on, you know?
Way to just nuke the room with that. Because what? How do you what? Is straight to jail, straight to the wood chipper, straight. That's, you know what? Let's not go to jail. Let's go behind the jail. Let's do an old yeller. Gonna need to do an old yeller. What would CPS say? CPS said that kid's going to foster care. That's what CPS said. Now, what the foster parents do, I don't know, man. That's a whole other argument too. Oh, damn. That kid may not ever catch a break in his life. Unfortunately. Don't be shitty parents, man.
Optically, I'm not going to respond to this.
I'm just saying that to say something extreme, to point out to you like that it's like it's not always Discord brain that it makes sense. I'm not saying that ever happened, but if it did, it's
way to kill the VC, Dad.
Yeah, exactly, Ben. Wait, chat's saying it gets grosser than this? It isn't. There's no way it gets. No. This is what you guys were talking about. The baby getting some man juice on its face. It had to be it, because there's no way it gets worse than this.
Yeah, holy fuck, like actual like a VC nuke. Jesus
Wait,
Christ.
Lav, I had a question for you. Do you ever like, are you worried that your relationship is too public? Like, so you're both streamers. You're both streamers and
Killer Tony. Yeah, so that was it. Okay, thank God. Because if you guys said it gets worse, man, what is Ben gonna demonstrate for us?
and you're filming.
No, I think that's way healthier. I would say that is way healthier than having.
We keep all of our like personal stuff like completely offline, like our fights and everything. We would never like. I think I think having your relationship be public isn't the problem. The problem is when you have an audience like mobilized against one or both of you. So like if we were to fight online and people were taking sides, it would add a dynamic that was like extremely unhealthy.
So if you guys got in a fight, you would never talk about it like with your streams.
We would talk about it online in a way that was both charitable to the other person after the fact. If we were both still mad at each other, we would not talk about it now.
So you wouldn't do what Ben and Grace and what the Thorps are known to do, which is pretty much the reason. Part of the reason why a lot of people know about the Thorps, their family dynamic, if you want to put it that way. Wow. I guess Lav has enough sense, or some sense anyway. That's wild.
Like the opposite of what you guys do.
So you only show the good parts, is what you're saying.
Even not necessarily the good parts. We've definitely been annoyed with each other on stream or brought up old fights, but it's never when the passions are high. Like I don't know if you saw like Ice Poseidon and his girlfriend who like just had like a huge fight, huge freak out. Yeah, we're like, you know, he got like suicidal or whatever, and he was like, "I'm gonna ruin your life." Like these are things that you say behind closed doors. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna get like very toxic, if you're gonna get angry, like you know, some of those things. Everyone was like, "Why would anyone ever talk about something like that? I can't believe the way he talks to her." And I think that you'd be very like a lot of people would be are not surprised to learn that like most cut that when it gets pretty bad.
Well, let me ask you this: what would you
very bad?
What would you think about if you had a baby? Would you ever bring the baby on stream, or would you say like never? Because that's...
I think it's so stupid when people say that they won't bring their kids on stream. That's so dumb. Of course I'd bring my kid.
But that kid's
like,
not
of
really
course we
making
do
a
IRL.
choice.
I'll never bring my kids on stream. No, sir. Especially with this sector. Now, my chat's good. I like you guys, and I don't think you guys would ever do anything out of pocket or you know. But this sector is not a good place. In fact, I tell my kids, do not watch my streams.
And stuff with the kid.
But
yes, but of course, but then you, it's your responsibility. It's your responsibility to protect them in the ways that you can.
Well, maybe not like a baby, but like what if the kid's like 6, 7, 8?
And then you say, "Do you want to be on camera?" And if they say no, you don't put them on camera.
Well, I don't think they can really make that choice though at that age.
I think it's interesting.
At 8, yeah, they can. If they say they don't want to do it, you know, like I don't want to be on camera. No, you're gonna be on camera. You're going to play with these toys and sell these toys. That may or may not be Ryan's toy review. If you know that channel. Now that boy is like, he's like locked into that forever. Going to be playing with toys on camera. Yeah.
Interesting. It's an interesting
I think if
Be
you're,
very
it
hard
depends
to
on the
get truth
content.
is
It depends on the content. I personally don't know if I would just because we have sex work out there, and I don't know if I'd like to clash those brands.
Oh, I think what Ben was saying is I don't think the kid could consent one way or the other to that. Was saying that it's his choice. Let's hear that again.
Responsibility. It's your responsibility to protect them in the ways that you can.
Well, maybe not like a baby, but like, what if the kid's like 6, 7, 8?
And then you say, "Do you want to be on camera?" And if they say no, you don't put them on camera.
If they say no, you don't put them on camera. And Ben says,
I don't think they can really make that choice though at that age.
They can't make that choice at that age. So yeah.
I think it's interesting. It's an interesting
I think if you're, it depends on the content. It depends on the content. I personally don't know if I would just because we have sex work out there, and I don't know if I'd like to clash those brands together. You know what I mean? But I think if you're like a normal person, I think that you should be able to stream with your kid.
No, but I'm saying like streaming is different than like family YouTubers obviously have their problems, but I'm saying like people who do
No shit.
vlogs and stuff. Am I cutting in and out? No, I'm coming through. Like they can control it, whereas in streaming, like it's less controlled. So I don't know. It's an interesting question because like people say that I shouldn't like bring my siblings on stream or whatever, and I think if they're old enough, it's okay. But I don't know. Yeah, like under 13. I don't know. It's interesting.
Those are some interesting questions there, PDL. For sure. All right. We're going to play the rest of this. We're going to make it through, and then that will be it for the stream here.
A baby, I don't really know. Who cares about a baby? But like, we care about babies, but like they don't know what's going on. So
yeah, I think that there's a conversation to be had about like age ranges. Like probably like 3 to 8 is more fragile.
Kids can't consent to being a public person. Yeah, but I mean that's true of like celebrities. Like celebrities' kids don't consent and they're made public anyways. But you wouldn't want to do that to your kid if you could prevent it, I guess.
You guess. Yeah. Because you guys want to.
Yeah, probably.
Especially around the crazies on fucking Discord and.
Did Ben die? Did Ben pass away?
I think he's taking a break.
Damn.
He shocked himself with that comment.
He saw Lav's photos and wants some me time.
Yeah, he's
with the child comment. He had to go.
He's in timeout. He put himself in timeout.
I think I just got my job.
On a baby.
Holy fuck! I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait, am I in Discord chat? The fuck?
That's crazy.
I just like, don't you think it's funny though, Lav, that like you would say like a really intense argument between you and your husband would be inappropriate to stream, but not sex. Like, don't you think if one of the, you know what I mean? Like, I agree with you about the argument that there are some things that are private, but that doesn't.
I don't think that.
Well, like how well is filming family dysfunction working for y'all? I mean, really.
No, I think that I don't. Yeah, I did. I don't think that they're different. They're different boxes. So I don't think that you should film a fight for different reasons.
But the point is that you agree there are some things that should be off stage.
Hold on, my husband got home.
Well, why don't you take his dick out and suck it for us?
No, we'd have to pay first.
Oh.
Well, my husband has something to say.
Hello, Grace. You are invited to the Goon Squad house, but unfortunately, your dad needs to stay at least 5 square miles away. Thank you.
Oh my God, yes! Wait, is that the one you guys are gonna have in Las Vegas?
In Austin.
Oh, wait.
That's fine. I'll be with your wife the whole time.
Wait, in Austin, Texas? So Grace is gonna go back to Texas? Huh.
Wait, Adam was talking. Adam was talking about some kind of a house. Is he talking about the same house or a different one? I'm confused.
Yes, that is the house. There's going to be a meetup where everyone gets together to see how everyone gets along in Vegas, but the house will be in Austin.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So who's going to be at the house?
So far,
Now is Ben gonna allow Grace to go? If Ben can't really be there, is it really gonna happen?
there's a lot of plans up in the air. But
And let me do this real fast too. one thing I want to do before we get to the very, very end. Shout out to everyone that's active in the chat right now. Eric W, KDF, Manu, McKinsey, Milkow, and PDL. Thank you all so much for like just hanging out in the chat, talking and whatever. Yeah, I really do appreciate that. I do enjoy the support. We got 22 likes so far. That's great. If you want to show support in other ways, of course you can. If you want to, you don't have to. And all right. But I do appreciate this. Happy to be here with you guys.
But we know that War Chief will be there, obviously. Who else?
Happy to be here.
Oh my god.
That's the dude that pushed Laylo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you love me? I'm 27 years old. You don't think I'm rotten? Dusty?
Hit the wall. It's over.
Still love you.
Can you explain why he likes anal so much?
Yeah. Can you explain, honey? Can you explain into the microphone why you like anal so much?
And why he
I'm a
likes
sick,
poo.
twisted, porn sick pervert ever since the 3rd grade.
Nice cope.
Okay.
I think that's fine.
But yeah, War Chief, Eshrio, Shairumi. Who else, honey?
Wait, War Chief is going to be there?
We've invited Merc off the perk, I think. Adriana Lee.
She's cool. She's cool.
I don't know. We're trying to get all the, all of the peoples in one Austin house.
Now, why wouldn't you want me there?
Prize
Because you
free.
think I would rape people?
I don't think it's because you're a rapist. I think that the vibes would be weird if like everyone was like around the same age and you're just like, like 78 hanging around.
Yeah, we don't need you to be there, old man.
You know what I mean?
No, I could understand that, but I found that with young people, like me being around them, it sort of gives a, and I can't take the.
I think it'd be funny. I'll work on him a bit because I think it would be funny. Not for you to like maybe live inside the house, but I think maybe like in your RV in front of it would be very funny.
Create this kind of tension.
Oh no, there will be tension if this were to happen.
Not
No,
a
I
scary
think-
guy. I mean, whatever, but like.
Oh, Darius will be there too. That's
No,
right.
I think you're just odd. I don't think that you're. I think that you're benevolent though.
Yeah, thank you. I find that a lot of times young people will just do silly content, and then I can come in and kind of like, and maybe just provoke a little tension to make it.
Sure, I do fear.
I don't know Lav's husband's name. I don't know that. Something Goon. Okay, I think Goon is his real name.
I do fear that you're going to try to sleep with people your daughter's age.
My body count is very, very low. I flirt with people, but I mean, I'm really kind of like.
No. I don't think that you're going to succeed. I just think that you're going to try.
Well, I've had a lot of opportunities.
That's why you should invite him.
Well, I mean,
You're worried about people trying to sleep with people, and you're inviting Adam. Okay.
No. She's worried about Ben trying to sleep with people. She's not worried about people trying to sleep with people. She's worried about Ben.
No.
it sounds like
It's about the ethics of the house. It's about people feeling comfortable at the house. We're not going to have sex with people in front of people at the house.
What if we pay
well,
for
they'll
it?
have sex. They'll have sex, won't they?
Listen, if we're having sex in a private room and people want to come in and watch, it's different.
This house sounds great. I'm so down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to watch me and my husband have sex
Don't burn this bridge, Grace. You could probably use this.
an empty,
I'm coming for
cold
that
room.
reason only.
Yeah. That makes sense. Ben,
She'll be in
sorry,
the cuck-
you
you
can't
can have a
watch.
special cuck chair.
I'm a cuck queen. I'm a femcel. I want to see how it works. Mommy, can you teach me? Mommy.
Yeah, I'll teach you how sex works.
Walk me
on
through
my
the ropes.
husband. Holy shit.
Oh,
I'm a sick
You have a
freak.
license thing, right?
Literally.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. I'm willing to do whatever, but I could even just call in. But I think a little. It's good to have a little bit of like an older masculine presence too.
We're gonna have to get that car insurance and get the RV fired up. Let's go.
Have their daddy issues.
Oh, that's the thing. I forgot about the car insurance. Even if they wanted to, they couldn't do it.
I also think it would be. Are you guys doing the Ice Poseidon scavenger hunt in August?
Xena invited me to that. I haven't made any decisions yet.
I think that you should do it.
Even if you wanted to do it, you can't. You can't even get to the airport. What are you gonna do? Walk?
Because Ice Poseidon is doing a collab with Aiden Ross in like 3 days or something, and hopefully he has some.
You could ride your bicycle to the airport. You could do that.
like retaining audience from that into the scavenger hunt. And
I don't know how long can you keep a bicycle at the airport? Like if you were to like lock it up, would it stay there? It's something that I have never had to think about ever. I don't even know if you can actually take a bicycle to the airport. You know, the RV's there. They can't legally drive it because they don't have insurance anymore. Yeah, she could fly to Austin. I guess she could Uber to the airport. And then what? Get a rental? She can't get a rental. She doesn't have car insurance. But don't you need insurance for that?
Scavenger hunt's gonna be really long. Also, his events are always really long, and he has very sticky viewers. So if you're looking to build your audience, it's a very good idea to do that. There's almost no downsides to doing it except for time lost, but it'll definitely be worth it.
It's been a long time since I had a rental, but I think they want to know if you are insured. Obviously, the rental's going to have its own insurance, but they need to know that. Well, no, I don't think so. I think they just need an ID. I have not had to get a rental like in a long time.
That's like my husband's made a lot of his audience through those.
By ID, I mean driver's license, like a real ID. Which actually, wait, Grace can't even fly. She doesn't have a real ID. She doesn't have the proper license to fly, which is pretty much just an updated license.
Sort of events, and you'll also get to meet so many people too, and meeting people is like huge in this industry, obviously.
Yeah.
She's met them. Unless she got that, but I don't recall hearing that she did.
They just meet me and then they deplatform it.
So she was right. So you are ruining my life. What the fuck, Lav Dub?
Maybe Grace can come alone then.
You know, no, that would be good for her. You don't seem like I think you
I would take you under my wing, Grace.
I think you might see this as true. What happens when Grace goes on these trips is she gets very, very needy because she's been traumatized.
I am very clingy.
And then she'll, insist on like coming back early, which people read as me saying, "Get your ass back here." I'm super happy to have a break. So it's not really what it looks like. It's the opposite. I mean, I do think
I've been saying for a while I need to be more independent, but I am very, very clingy.
Well, and you've had a lot of people who are really awful. A lot of streamers are just awful people. So,
oh yeah, What was your question, Lav?
I get it.
I think her internet cut out again.
She's sucking dick right now. She'll tell us about it.
I asked why you were clingy.
Oh, I just I have this problem where I see I would say I see my dad as like my only real. I keep cutting out, don't I? Do I keep cutting out?
Yeah, you keep cutting out. Yeah.
Hold on a second. I'll just talk loudly. I see my dad. Wait, let me just explain this. I see my dad as my only real friend, and like everybody else is like kind of trying to hurt me or take advantage of me as not a real friend that I can trust. And I don't think that's healthy, but that is something that I've kind of developed.
No, that's not healthy. That's part of the problem. Yeah, Ben has you locked down. I think even Mackenzie could see that for sure. Right? Like, Grace's only real friend is Ben. And I wouldn't call Ben a friend. Does a friend call you the daughter of Satan?
Developed because my mom was like so cut off from me and stuff like that, so I just sort of
people turned on her very early in her life.
I think that's healthy in an industry like this, honestly. I think it's good to have a degree of separation. Especially with the way that people have used your family for stuff like that, I think that is actually probably pretty positive that you're weary of stuff like that. But there are a lot of really good people also. Like there are a lot, and if you do come to Austin, I'm not being like, hey, let me, like take you under my wing, really.
Mommy!
But like, if you do need someone who is like, I'm so far removed, I'm not really a streamer. I'm just sort of there because Tim goes and he's a streamer, and I do like making friends, and I do like, hanging around people.
No, I
nicer
feel
than typical.
I feel more chill with you because like I mean meeting up with some of these people who are like I fucking hate your dad and I'd kill him if I ever saw him in real life. I'm like, dude, that's my dad. Like it just puts this weird tension there where it's like
no, it's
like
like
I'm
they're
half
all-
my
they're all
dad, you don't like
performance,
me, I
yeah.
like my dad, like we're not gonna connect on a basic level and like you're just like so hostile that like I don't feel like I can be myself around you and then it just so I just end up kind of shutting
There's
down.
definitely that. There's
Yeah, exactly. PDL. Ben is the only person in Grace's life. Yeah, and that's where we are. That's the reality of it.
Well,
like
other
that.
people are
And-
also like quite self-destructive. Like Adam is quite self-destructive.
Oh yeah, well Adam
Not a
is
joke.
like a character in Goon Squad. Adam's like barely a person. He's like an NPC.
But it's,
I know,
also,
yeah.
it's tricky. It's tricky to be with someone who you know is like going to kill themselves drinking, and it's just like
Yeah.
guzzling vodka.
No,
it's like tough
definitely.
as a-
Oh yeah, and I was gonna say, are you guys just gonna say like whatever if he dies, he dies? Because like I understand that, but like
We're pretty far removed. Like we haven't met him in person yet, but the people that we have met in person, even in the community, we have pretty close relationships with. Like Ashrio. Like Ashrio's like a friend.
Because my thing with him was like, dude, you cannot be drinking in your condition in my RV, and then like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want the legal repercussions, you know. And like, I didn't know his parents at the time, so I'm like, you look like you're killing yourself, you know.
Oh, that's very. Ben really simplified that. The whole Adam in the RV thing.
You can't play Russian roulette in the back of my RV.
There was a whole struggle session. That you dropped him off at the liquor store. All that stuff.
But anyways,
I don't like I get that because you were driving and like there's alcohol. Do you think they would be like responsible?
I didn't know his parents either, so it's like.
Well, we wouldn't be okay with that either. Like that's not if we were around Adam and that was happening, we wouldn't allow that.
Oh,
so.
then he's not gonna work out of this house. This is gonna be content.
Well, no. Like it just me in the content house. It's whatever is decided between the roommates is decided between the roommates. But if we are like there or if he's streaming with us, obviously we wouldn't want.
Yeah,
that
you
to
have certain
happen.
legal responsibilities. So.
Yeah, if we were there, I think it's different than like what he decides to do in like his own house with his roommates. But
What, you're gonna stop him from drinking?
Right. Yeah.
but yeah, that obviously would be hard. I had a friend on Discord who like was addicted to fentanyl, and we all like laughed about it until he literally just died one day, and we were like, "What the fuck?" Like, but you can't like addiction's one of those things you like they have to want it for themselves to get better.
You know
like,
what though?
or
It
you
might
just
be
watch them.
Adam he might stop doing this though because he did stop when he was at rehab. It's when he gets back to his family home that he starts drinking. Like it's bad.
Oh, he's gonna be drinking. He's gonna be drinking when he's around. All these people.
True, because he gets nervous. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that is it's just a pipe dream that he wouldn't do that. Yeah, true.
Whatever. Yeah.
No, maybe he also just needs a purpose. I think.
Very true, Hans Guru. Yeah, I think you have something there. I do. A content house with Grace and Adam would be content though, for sure. It would be. Just to see them two, like they were great together, for like streaming wise. Oh yeah, that dynamic, especially in the beginning, when like the illusion that Ben wasn't there. You know that was really working on Adam. It was because people would be like, hey, wait, Ben's there, and really get into Adam's head. And like he would be freaking paranoid. It was great.
Well, I mean, like,
he's
no
trying to
offense,
fill a
but
void.
what purpose? The thing is, he drinks to be interesting. That's what he said he does because he feels like he's
Yeah.
not content if he's not drunk. So if he's going to a content house, it kind of implies drinking
Grace, don't try to sandbag Adam. We want him to be there. He's going to be there. Come on.
for him.
Well, that'll change. I think. Well, what was gonna happen with the scavenger hunt, I think, is that Adam and Esrio are gonna like team up with Tim, and they're gonna like do a lot of the stuff together. And I don't think like Tim's not gonna want him to be super fucked up for it. So if he's not content, he's not content. But I think it'll be fine. He might just be someone who needs to be around people to be content. You know what I mean? Like there's some people who can't make it themselves.
Is he going to be allowed to smoke meth though?
But
It'll be interesting. It'll be
Yeah.
interesting.
Have you ever tried
I
to watch
tried
a-
to navigate it with him, and I ended up having a
I mean,
called.
Adam can be entertaining, but like his solo video game streams is some of the most boring shit I've ever seen in my life. So
yeah.
Well, video game streams are. Streamers stream video games, and it's pretty much content death unless you're really good at the game or you have built up your channel around that. Like if I just fired up a game right now, right? Like we don't want to see that. And I learned that the hard way. No, but honestly, yeah, I have to agree. Adam playing video games is like, all right, come on, man.
Yeah. Well,
I
video
can't
games are
watch
really
it. Like I
fun.
try to watch it to be supportive or whatever, rate him, and then I go in and it's just Max win, retard. Like I can't.
He's a great supporting character, though. He is a great supporting character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. We need more stars though. So Grace, you got to move into the house. We need a star factor. We need wow power.
Oh my god, thank you. Am I invited to the Vegas thing?
Yes, of course you are.
Okay. When is that? It's August, right?
It's August at some point. I don't know if we have like locked in dates yet, which is not good because that's coming up very soon. But you know, when men are in charge of things, nothing really gets planned until like the day before.
Can
that's kind of true, but my wife would agree.
I get your porno? Can I get you and Tim's porno so that if I get lonely, I can just jerk off to it here?
If you wanna go to the OnlyFans and you wanna buy it, then you can.
No,
get
can
it.
I get a freebie?
No, you cannot get a freebie. Sorry.
Oh, come on! You're not gonna.
See, Ben is fishing for a nude.
Here.
If you wanna go to the OnlyFans and you wanna buy it, then you can.
No,
get
can
it.
I get a freebie?
No, you cannot get a freebie. Sorry.
Told you, Ben was fishing.
Oh, come on! You're not gonna pay her, but I can't even.
No,
get a
in fact,
freebie
for you,
once.
50% increase.
Oh, you get the bin tax.
Dad, did you say?
Well, I'll just have to use my imagination.
Did you ask for?
You could just do it only takes 5 seconds on Google to find Lav's nudes. Her bots are not working.
Code to her porn so that you have something to do while I'm gone.
If I get
Oh
bored.
my god. Oh my god. But
I'll
anyway, like I said,
I'll sneak a camera in for you,
no,
Dad.
wait.
I'll sneak a camera in.
The scavenger hunt starts on the 8th. If you want to message me and find out a time where we can meet up and I can show you and I can tell you about who is good news and who is bad news, I won't do that publicly, but I can do that privately in person. And if you need someone to hang out with and take care of you,
Final offer: I will
person.
film myself jerking off to you having
Oh
sex.
my
with
god, Ben.
That's even worse, Ben. She doesn't want that.
No, thank you. I'm not
No one wants that.
very interested in seeing that.
Come on, that's like me. That's like a reverse cuck. I cucked you. Fun. Naughty, remember?
Kinky.
For legal reasons, I have to go.
Oh. Ben, you chased her off. You chased her off with the thought of you jerking off. Wow.
Well, next couple months of IRL content seem to be secured.
Yeah, the Lord provides, huh?
If y'all can make it happen.
Grace, I'll let you wrap up. I'm gonna go.
Crank
say,
it.
try to work off my sexual energies.
I thought you would never touch a whore like
Privately.
her.
I wouldn't touch her, but I would think about her.
No, you would touch her if you could.
Plus, we know she's gonna be available within a couple of months. I mean,
If I have anything to say about it.
this doesn't.
If
sound
you
like
have
a
anything to
solid
say about it.
Foundation.
Well, you know, they're cute kids. Lol, Lav isn't meeting with you. No, she's dead ass, guys. I'm gonna be famous. She said I'm a star. Ava, are you
The
seething right now? How much are you
superstar.
seething on a level of 1 to 10? I noticed you didn't get an invite. Nothing to say.
No, I'm happy for you. I hope it goes well.
Oh,
I hope
you're
Ben-
I'm so
Ben-
I'm
I
so
hope
happy
that
for
Ben
you.
doesn't. I hope that Ben doesn't ruin
I'm
it.
so
I'll just
happy
say
for you,
that.
girl. I'm so happy for you. I totally wasn't gonna try to
yes,
just. I wasn't
twiddle
sitting
our
here.
fingers.
I wasn't sitting here trying to ruin your relationship with Lav. I'm so happy for you. That's so good for you. Oh my god.
Oh, this is so catty. Very catty right here.
Good.
Happy
Ava's
for you.
I highly doubt it's happening. I'd be surprised if.
Are
this
you
lab
ever- wait,
happens.
hold
I
on.
see your
Is
personalities
Ben
all
go now?
clashing really badly.
Are you gonna ever talk about the question that RD was asking you earlier?
Yes, but I have to do it like on stream. I have all these like receipts and stuff. I just want to go over it in like a
Oh, the Jacinda thing. Okay.
organized, planned way.
Okay.
But yeah, it has to do with the car and Jacinda. So like things.
You're
escalated,
actually
so-
you've been planning on making a stream about that?
Oh yeah, like I have a Google Drive and everything, but.
Oh goddamn.
I have to work on it because like there were several cop interactions and I don't want to literally post those because I don't want them to think I'm using them for content, which I'm not, but I do want to make it public, so I'm just gonna like transcribe the most important quotes or whatever, so I have to work on it a little bit.
Okay. So I think it is coming. Probably on Friday, but I'm not going to be here to cover it. Great. Amazing. Wow. I'm going to be at a lake, really at a pool with family. So probably not going to be able to find any time to stream or anything. Yeah.
Anyways, I'll see you guys later.
But what is this thing? A scavenger hunt?
Yeah, apparently, it's like some kind of Ice Poseidon challenge. I have no idea how these things work. I've seen them, but it's like some kind of streamer challenge. Like he hides things around Austin. I think. Does anybody have any idea what that is?
You have no idea what you're getting into, but hey, just do it.
I've never seen that.
I saw the prison stream.
So yeah, Jacinda really did try to hit her with the car. That's what it sounds like. Oh man, Jacinda, you can't be doing that. That's very illegal.
Who else is like gonna be doing it?
Oh, I would imagine like Xena, Darius, Danny, Prancess, that whole
Oh
group.
no.
So you know there's gonna be fights there with Darius and Xena.
Uh-oh.
So
Cops are gonna be called out.
Can we get the... Wait, hold on a second. So OPC's banned forever. I need this in now.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Let me read what he wrote. Okay, so OPC said something absolutely disgusting in my chat. It's not so much that it's like it's not so much that what he said is so gross. Let me just read it. He said, the fact that you and... So he said this to Ava. The fact that you and Lav are calling Grace out for wanting her 16-year-old sister and future daughters to be giving out blowjobs and handjobs is the interesting conversation here. Keep hammering that point. And I asked him to apologize. I said that was disgusting. I asked him to apologize, and he refused. So he's permanently banned from everything, and if I ever see him in person, it's literally on site. Like, it's fucking on site. Because it's not so much that he said anything particularly vulgar. It's the fact that he...
What, you mean you're gonna murder him on site?
He totally unnecessarily brought my sister into this for no fucking reason, to make it creepy, especially when he knows me in real life. He knows my brothers, and he knows that she's not really a public figure. She's been on my streams maybe here and there. It's absolutely
Hey, how come Spicoli didn't get this sort of reaction?
unnecessary to say. And people were also saying that he kept saying he wanted to interview my sister about what...
Maybe it's because maybe there was like a level of trust there with OPCDon, and then this kind of came out from left field.
Spicoli said about her. I'm not going to get into that, but Spicoli said some gross stuff. I don't think he meant really to personally hurt her, but anyways, people doing this shit, it's not cool with me, and the fact that OPC knows me personally and is not a drug-addled like pothead like Spicoli and would...
Okay, there she lays out the difference. OPC kind of knows me, whereas Spicoli is a drug-addled... he's a drug-addled geezer, okay?
Still say that. It's not cool with me. Like, he's done forever.
Spicoli
Never
knows you
interacting with him
personally
again.
too, though.
Yeah, I know, but OPC knows where I live. He's seen where I live. He's interacted with my siblings. Like,
everyone knows where you live.
No, but he's set chairs outside. He knows like it's a way different dynamic actually.
It's like I don't know if I can exactly. I don't know if I can explain it. I don't know if I can explain it, but it's like the fact that he knows me that personally, and just to humiliate my sister would bring her into a conversation.
So Spicoli is just like a random chatter, but she met Spicoli before, but I don't think there was that. Like they use OPCDon for like. Obviously, they use them for like when they have to do some work on the vehicle. You know, they try to use them for content and stuff. I would say OPCDon was definitely more on friend terms than Spicoli. Like a different level. Now, what he said though about Grace about Maggie, knowing what we've heard from Ben, McKinsey says OPC uses them more, in your opinion? I mean, I see it the other way, of course. Yeah, Spicoli's remarks were way worse. It was much more graphic, for sure. Like, if a random chatter says some very nasty things about someone I cared about, like one of my kids, they'd be banned. But let's say PDL said something crazy about one of my kids on a personal level. Not only would there be a ban, but I think there would be a very livid response. Yeah. Does that make sense? I know PDL. I know she met him. But I'm talking about, like, the difference between an acquaintance and someone you view as a friend.
That was really absolutely not personal. He could have just said 16-year-olds. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But the fact that he specifically said that he brought my sister into this conversation just to be weird about it and to like do some sort of power play, like I'm not fucking cool with that at all. At fucking all. At all.
You read the chat there? Defending OPC?
Which chat? What chat?
The one you guys literally watched OPC almost die, and you or Ben gave 0 fucks to even chicken on him. Lamau.
And they might even think Spicoli's just a flat out retard. You know? But then again, maybe it was just I mean, I guess total hypocrisy, or you know. Yeah. But Hans Guru there, he kind of laid it out a little bit more in more detail there.
From Adam?
Yeah.
I called 911, Adam. What the fuck are you talking about? By the way, I just got a personal invite from Lav to your stupid house, so get ready.
Well, Ava's happy for you. That's pretty exciting, and I believe, look, okay, so what's going to happen when you eventually let him back because the car breaks down?
No, like, I don't care because, like, he's just, he's just shown his true colors, like.
Is it still being streamed?
It's this, yeah, it's this absolutely bizarre power thing, and, like, I'm just not cool with it. Like, he specifically said it to humiliate me and her, and I'm just not cool with that. I didn't talk about my sister. I wasn't discussing her.
Oh, Adam in the chat is saying that Grace is going to be trespassed if she shows up there.
He said it specifically, like, I don't know exactly how to explain it, but it's just, like, it's just perverted. It's a power play, so I'm not, like, I'm done forever. I'm not meeting him in person.
That's weird. Wait, Ava, are you okay with this?
I wish this energy was there for Spicoli. Yeah, but Spicoli's he's crazy. Like, I don't take it that serious.
And OPC isn't.
I've banned
OPC definitely is crazy. For sure. He's going to marry some Mexican girl that he has never seen before.
Spicoli and not interacted with him since he did what he did. But I said, like, I don't think it was meant to personally insult. The reason why I take this more seriously, because it was meant to personally insult. Spicoli was just being an edgelord. OPC was doing it personally because he knows me on a personal basis to insult me and my sister, and, like, I'm not cool with that.
Bro, you know OPC is crazy too.
Yeah, he's crazy, but he's not that. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was fucking doing. He knew what he was doing.
So did Spicoli.
Yeah, and that's why Spicoli's banned, and I haven't interacted with him since then.
But you didn't have to set a heat for him.
Well, and the different kind of heat is kind of what I said before. It's like different levels, and I think that point would hit more if you put in perspective, like if your friend, someone you trusted, came at you with some shit versus someone you kind of know but don't really know, and you don't really trust, you don't really have much respect for them, you know.
No, because I'm not that invested because Spicoli's a crazy person. He said stuff about me that I don't particularly like whatever. I don't really care. Like, I don't know, if some random person says gross shit about me or my sister, like, I'm not gonna care as much as somebody who I actually know in person, who I've trusted on certain levels. And is OPC kind of crazy? Yeah, but, like, it's so unnecessary. Like, you don't agree with my fucking debate topic? Okay. Okay, have your
But the other thing about that, being the graphic nature in which Spicoli laid it out, what he wanted to do with Maggie when she turns 18, he says, right? Afterwards. The fact that there was not a livid response from Grace, it kind of asks the question. So I guess it doesn't matter that it's about Maggie. It just matters about who's saying it. Which is also very fucked up.
disagreement. There's no need to bring my sister into it. There's just no need. No need.
So Ava, are you gonna still defend OPC after this?
I've never defended OPC.
I don't know. It seems like they're using this.
Oh my God, Lalo, stop!
What? What I do now?
Don't what me.
I'm just saying. I just want the.
I'm pointing out
Adam
hypocrisy.
is claiming that he owns the content house, and I would get trespassed. You own Goon's content house, Adam? You bought a house? Really? I didn't know that. Interesting. Somehow I doubt that that's true, but, you know, you are a big, wealthy man, so...
Okay, so Ava, you're still taking the cross. Bearing it.
Bro, I'm about to leave.
I don't
this
see why.
PC. You wanna do this?
Well,
Ava is, that's my house, you think Goon bought it. So you own a house in Austin, Adam. You own a house in Austin, Texas. Wow, that's interesting. Good to know.
What are you gonna say, Ava?
No,
the only thing that I've said this entire time is that I wish that Spicoli got the same energy.
Spicoli doesn't
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Already answered that.
Spicoli doesn't deserve the same energy. We don't know him. I don't know him on that close of a level. I always thought he's pretty crazy.
So yeah, it's just about the closeness of the relationship, not about the subject matter, right? Which is like, well, how come? You know,
crazy. He's like a likable, crazy guy. He said something to be edgy. He also didn't say it to be insulting. He said it for attention, which is different. OPC said it specifically to be insulting.
Spicoli is insulting no matter what. Spicoli tries to insult every time. What are you talking about?
No, it is different.
Every time Spicoli talks like that about a woman, it's to be insulting.
Yes, exactly.
No, it's to be edgy and to get attention for saying, like, crazy sexual stuff. It's not to be personally insulting. It's not. It's not.
I think it is. He uses it as a weapon.
No, it's like the difference between manslaughter and murder, okay? Like, if Spicoli, if he's just generalized like a retard, then obviously a lot of what he says is
If Spicoli learned that Radio Foreman had a sister, he would a sister my sister's age, he would say the same thing. It's not because it's me that he wants to hurt me, but OPC was doing it specifically to insult me. I just know it. Like, there's some things you can't quite explain, but it's like a gut feeling. Like, I knew as soon as I saw it, like, I wanted to end him, and I just know, like, you know when a person is doing that specifically. So I don't care. Like, I've made up my mind.
Let's fucking go.
Is this because you guys have completely ditched the RV?
No.
No.
So the RV is still...
Yeah, and that sucks that he had to ruin our relationship like that, because I appreciated his help, but like there's some lines that you can't, like, I just know that you're doing that specifically, so.
Well, Grace is gonna have to figure out to do some RV maintenance.
I'm not into it. Not into it. I'll find some other 50-year-old incel fucking loser pervert to help me. I'm sure there's plenty. I'm sure there's fucking plenty.
Oh, there's for sure.
Hey, maybe your landlord can help you with your RV. By the way, I did check out the landlord's stream. He did have like a little like a video on his channel, a new one, and it kind of looked like he did not really take all the advice, or really any of it. I don't think he was not using a microphone. I don't. Yeah. I only watched it for a little bit. I'm not gonna play it here. It's kind of boring.
Damn around.
I got fucking Chat GPT. Like, you're done, buddy.
PDL thinks this is because of the bet.
I have YouTube tutorials, bitch.
He did also lose the bet.
Oh my God.
He did also lose the bet, but...
Yeah.
That is true. OPCDon lost the bet. He needs to pay that money. Good night, Milkel. Have a good one. I'm about to wrap up here, too.
Evening.
What is Ruby's gonna like? What do you think Ruby's gonna do? Is she gonna take OPC side? Probably.
No, but they're just gonna say like, oh well, you've said stuff about, and like, no, it's not true. I've never said anything about my sister like that. I'm talking in general terms, and if you make it personal, then you're being creepy on purpose. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So,
Grace, can I ask? I just kind of woke up. What exactly happened with OPCDon? Like, I just saw your
Oh my God!
I literally just woke up.
He posted some chat saying that I want my sister to give hand jobs and blow jobs, and I asked him to apologize, and then I said, okay, you're gone, goodbye, and so he's banned from everything. I'm never talking to him again.
All right. And was it related to topics you guys were talking about?
Yeah, it was, but he could have just said Grace wants 16-year-old girls to give blowjobs and handjobs, and I wouldn't have had a problem with it. But he said specifically her sister, which is just making it creepy and perverted, like just to insult me and humiliate her for no reason. I wasn't bringing my sister into it. She's not a public person, but if he wants to go there, then like it's on fucking sight. It's on fucking sight. It actually is. Like I don't like you. Fucking gross, filthy.
I like the fired up energy here.
Disgusting little fucking poop maggot.
Jeesh. It's chocolate frosting.
It just pisses me off. It just pisses me off. I didn't even have any problem with OPC. Like the last time we interacted was about his like supposed Mexican girlfriend. I don't give a fuck. Like it was funny. It's good content. Like I don't care. But like, what a little freak.
Yeah. This feels great. I mean, I think everybody could tell he was like this the whole time, right? Or is this a new thing?
Grace, you knew she was just being nice.
What, that OPCDon was a little creepy? Well, I mean, if you only saw what he looked like.
I didn't know he was like a weird power play pervert like that. I just thought he was like kind of an oddball who obviously had some sexual problems.
I mean, I think we can all agree, chat, that OPCDon is a little creepy himself.
He always talks shit about other people.
Yeah, but I just didn't realize he was like gonna go there. I just thought like, okay, he'll keep it like mainly respectful, but like, yeah, he'll say I'm gonna get eaten alive in this debate or whatever, and talk about his pretend girlfriend, like whatever. He's harmless, but that's not harmless. So fuck off.
All right, we're at the last
Adam says she
minute.
wasn't invited. No, dude, I literally was just invited. I literally was just invited. Like,
Is this Adam
on
Ward
stream? Yes.
Why is he?
He's going to that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's how I
Ava.
learned
Wait, is
about it.
he's been networking?
Yeah.
He's been doing well on-
What the hell did that? Wait, what the fuck is Wars you talking about? Not Arrow plus Matt. He added.
Is he sober now?
What?
No, Adam is not sober. I can answer that question.
Did I call him Arab? Did I call Warchief Arab?
Ava, what if he turns up having a sober streak longer than yours? What are you gonna do?
Wait, is he sober?
No, there's no way.
No idea. I don't really watch it.
Yeah, I don't watch him either.
Did I watch more Schizo Spud than that?
It's 2 a.m. though, guys. I gotta go to bed. Bye.
All right, Grace is going to go to bed. All right, guys. I enjoyed this. This was a good stream. I enjoyed hanging out with you guys. We talked about Tony Yo Man in the beginning. 3-day-old Long John Silver's is so bad that not even ants will eat it. Well, yeah, of course. I think they're going to pass up on stale fries that have been sitting in the freezer or the fridge for 3 days. Okay, I think no brainer there. Then, of course, we had a lot of keeping up with the Thorps. If you guys like this, make sure to press the like button. I always say this: you want to throw like a super thanks or something, that's appreciated too. But it's not about that. I enjoy doing this. I do it just about every day for you guys. But there is going to be a schedule. There needs to be a schedule. I'll post it on the community tab. But for you guys right now, so this week is going to be weird because I'm going out of town on Thursday. But the new schedule will be Monday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, pretty much off. Spend time with the wife and all that stuff there. That's important. And then stream on Sunday. So Monday, Thursday, Sunday. Friday, I stream on my reaction channel. All right. I think that is about it, though. Anything else? Adams claims he's been off booze for what, the week? Wow. I don't believe that. All right, guys. Well, with that said, you guys take it easy. As the wife complained about spending so much time watching the Thorps, well, I mean, I do spend a lot of time in the shed, for sure. Yes. Yes, indeed. All right. Y'all have a good one.